Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay
Hey,
cool.
nobody bigger than the program.
What's up, YouTube? Get to it. Back with another show. See how this gonna go. Yeah, you know, y'all see my title. We keeping this. See, we're taking it, we're gonna get down and dirty over here, right? This is the hood, right? But we it's just this growing sentiment in women, right? Which I find quite intriguing, right? That a gold digger look like that they're extraordinary. And this is the delusion of these gold diggers. See, to us men, we understand that if we view her as a gold digger, she's just like a smash down, right? We have no respect for her. We don't value her. We don't really give a fuck about her. But we'll continue to pay her for her services, right? But I do think us men are somewhat conflicted on what is a gold digger, right? Because a gold digger comes in many forms and they look different and they do it differently. Some are smart about it. Some are straight up forward about it. Some are, right? So you have to understand that just because somebody is getting with you, right? And you thinking they like them for your personality, most times, 9 times out of 10, they're with you because you're a provider, which makes them someone to take care. They look for someone to take care of them. So we're gonna listen to Sarah because she's finna break it down for us, and we're gonna check it out. So today we're gonna mine this out. We're gonna look to see do gold diggers think they're extraordinary? Why do they think they're extraordinary? Because they value themselves through money, right? They value themselves how much money they get or how much they can take from somebody. That is their value. They no longer need marriage to get value. They no longer need a man beside them to get that value. All they need is money in their bank account. And that's just the truth of the matter. This is the modern woman for sure. So I think it's always been this way in women, but the modern women are now just coming out with it. So let's take a look at and let's break this down.
Men believe they deserve extraordinary women.
Dang. Why do average men believe that they deserve extraordinary women? Why do average women believe they deserve extraordinary men?
It's delusion, darling. It's delusion.
Well, the funny part is an average woman can get an extraordinary man. And an average man, it's
Can't
much
get it
more challenging to get an extraordinary
because
woman.
women believe in hypergamy.
Yes.
They want something greater.
At their level or higher.
Right.
Absolutely. And most times that is the case. If you're beautiful,
Mhm.
if you've done the best with your genetic potential.
Mhm.
Now, if that's not the case, you're delusional too, because beauty is a part of being high value.
Mm.
It just is what it is, especially for a man. But I look, we can call out the elephant in the room. It is harder for a man to get a beautiful woman when he's not doing well in his bank account than it
Mhm.
is for a man that is doing better in his bank account. It's
Mhm.
just the truth.
Child.
But it's because women are seeking safety and security. So instead of getting mad about that, instead of that being the case, do better or be okay dating within your realm. And it's so funny because men will say, I don't need the money. The money doesn't matter what a woman brings, but men aren't going to date an ugly woman.
Mm-mm. So
Universally
basically,
unattractive, those are the measurement. They're like, you can't measure that, but that is the measurement.
so you're saying that a man can be short, pot-bellied, bald, but if he has more than $1 million in his bank account, he can get
He's
a
going to have a
beautiful.
baddie. And she's going to act like she loves him too. She's going to do the most. She's going to be like, oh, that's my man.
What's up, daddy?
As long as
Hey.
that bank account is right.
And at least she's keeping it real. She's just keeping it real. This is the reality. These are, especially like I said, if she's beautiful, she's going to have expectations of getting the guy with the best lifestyle possible she can get out of it. These women are not settling for, I just want a guy with a personality. It doesn't matter about your money. These women want what they want. And it is what it is. At least transparency is better than deception.
But this is the thing too. Those men, now I'm referring to the men that have no character and look like that with the money, right? Those men usually run those women into the ground. They are disrespectful. They are abusive, either emotionally or physically. They are rude. They aren't compassionate because they don't feel like they have to. It's like, I bought you. Anything that I buy is mine.
So
I don't have to respect you.
So in turn, women who marry for money, are they selling their souls to be provided for in a way that they know they can't provide for themselves?
Women who marry for money are truly and deeply unhappy inside of their marriage.
Say it.
Why?
Say,
Women that marry for money because money is not enough to make you happy. Now, this is what I believe, and I believe in being.
This is why gold diggers are not extraordinary women. Because to be an extraordinary woman, you have to be happy, one, with it yourself, so that then your happiness will go on to your man. Not arguing, doing what it takes to, make this work. That's an extraordinary woman. A woman who does not just put her value in her beauty, but also put value in her duty. And that duty is to make this a happy home. And this is what men are paying for, are willing to pay for, I would say. But when you are just a gold digger and you don't want to do those things, you're not extraordinary. You're typical, you're average. The average bad bitch is a gold digger. That's a rules of thumbs up. And that's not easy. It's easy to replace a gold digger. You can replace a gold digger like you can replace a pair of shoes. So ain't nothing extraordinary. There's nothing extraordinary about a gold digger. Because if you just like you can go buy a pair of new shoes, you can buy a new bitch.
Financially secure, right? As a woman, if you are marrying for money, you're operating from need instead of want. You're operating from a space of I have to.
What's up, Jerk? Good morning, sir.
Instead of I get to. And anytime that you're operating from I have to, it feels obligatory.
Mm,
When you feel like you're obligated to something,
mhm.
it doesn't feel good. It just doesn't, right? Like how many, 80% of people aren't even working in the studies that in the field that they studied in, and they hate their jobs. So now my job is to lay down, to get sweat on, to be, smile in front of all your friends. Yeah, I have all these nice bags, but bags don't keep you warm at night. And we as humans are seeking connectedness. And if you don't have that, you can't possibly be happy. And if you're not happy, what's it for? Money is not enough. And I do think, because I do talk a lot from the standpoint of how
Now, watch how she contradicts herself, right? Watch how she contradicts herself. Now she's gonna sit. She's confessing the truth, right? That money does not make you happy, which I agree with. It's just it makes you happy for a momentary, because you like happy at buying new things, new objects. You get things that a lot of people can't get, right? But it's only temporary happiness, right? It only lasts, because once you get everything you want, it's like, what's next?
how important money is,
Right.
that people think that that's enough. It's not. The
Right.
problem is you got to make the money to know that it's not enough.
Yeah. Sarah's not a gold digger, y'all.
Oh no.
She
Well,
works-
actually, I am. I am a gold digger.
See how fast she contradicts herself? Oh, money doesn't make you happy. But I'm a gold digger. So ain't nothing extraordinary. Ain't nothing extraordinary about you, bitch. Nothing extraordinary about you. You just like any other gold digger out there looking for, money and excessive designer brands and stuff to make you feel like you're special. Listen, we do this. We do this. We spend money on these women like that. We're paying because we don't want to get to know them. We don't want to know their favorite color. We don't want to know what they do on the weekend with their friends. We don't want to know, nothing about her emotional support. She will receive no emotional motherfucking support. Right? That's why men pay women like this. Because we don't want to give them emotional support. We don't want to give them financial. We don't want to give them any type of support that requires us to get to know and be. We don't want to give them any care or love. None of that shit comes with this. You're just a product. And you're the best product money can buy. You're just like a pair of brand new Jordans or a brand new pair of Pradas. Right? We wear you for a while, a couple outfits, get rid of them. So why do you think you're extraordinary? Nobody's wifing this girl up. Now, can she get married? Yes. But not to the guys up there. She got to get married to the guys down there, which makes her unextraordinary.
Wait, what?
I said it.
Wait.
Would you like me to expand?
Yes, please, because I'm getting hot. Wait a minute. Wait, I wasn't ready for that.
I am a gold digger. 10,000%. I would never mine for a rock.
Now, let me remind you guys, this woman is very financially successful. Her net worth is somewhere in the millions. And she's still a gold digger. Right? She still wants to marry a man either most likely better than her, and she still wants his money. It doesn't matter how much money they got, they're always going to want more.
I would never in my life mine for a rock. I would never in my life invest the way that I've invested in the equipment that I need, aka myself, mind, body, spirit, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, and energetically, get to a space where I'm able to mine for gold for no reason. Why would I do all of that for rocks? Why would I work so hard on myself to attract a dud? Why would I do that? I don't understand why anyone would say being a gold digger is a bad thing. Now, that being said, I've done the investment in myself.
So I think
first.
I'm thinking it's
And that's her greatest mistake. That's the mistake women have made. Instead of investing in men, which is a better investment, they invested in themselves. They no longer know how to be wives. They no longer know how to be, tolerable. Yeah. Go out to dinner. She looking bad. Yeah, she looking, you're a bad bitch. Okay, I'll give you that. But I can only keep you around so long. Once we, after dinner, we get to the sheets, and, we do what we do for about 40, 45 minutes. Bitch, I get your Uber or I get your Uber, or, you can get your people to come pick you up. I'm not taking you home. I get your Uber. Because you are a product to me. And this is why this is not tricking, right? We're buying a product off the shelf, right? Just like, listen, shopping for these type of women, these bad bitches, is like shopping at the Nike store. Same thing. Same thing. Going in, okay. Boom, I'm going to buy this, right? So when you go into the grocery store, when you go into the Nike store, or you go into the clothing store, the Calvin Klein, whatever, you're going to get the best outfit or pair of shoes that's pleasing to your eyes. And well, no matter what that price is, you're going to buy it. So you see some nice Jordans. Now on the side of Jordan, you got some discount shoes. They're about $60, $50. But they don't look as good though. Feel me? They don't look good on you. You want something fly ass shoes. Fly shoes gonna cost you between $100 and $150. Some of them $180, right? Right? Guess what? I'm going out the door with them $180 Jordans. We as humans, we value what makes us look good, or what we think look good, or the best our eyes think is the best. Because there's no difference too much between a $180 pair of Jordans and a $60 pair of regular Nikes or regular shoes, right? There's no difference between the LeBrons. There ain't much difference between the LeBron shoes and some Vans. Ain't too much difference. The only way that I can see it being a quality thing if you're sports, if you're athlete, right? So yeah, there is a difference between, if you want shoes to perform in for performance, or your jogger, something like that. Yeah, I can see the performance, but mostly we buy a lot of stuff because it looks good and we want to look good in it. Just like a bitch, right? If you got the money, you're not going to settle for the ugly bitch. You're not. You're not going to get no fat, ugly chick. You're not. Now, she's very uncostly. You can't get her for virtually nothing. She comes virtually, she's still going to cost something, but she's cheaper. But Sarah, nigga, if you got the money, you're going to buy Sarah over that ugly bitch. Because you know why? Sarah turns you on. She looks good. She's a bad bitch. And this is what we have to accept, right, in life. Everybody uses everybody. We all are users. Men use women for what? Sex and companionship. Women use men for what? Money, sex, companionship. This is a reality.
I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm sorry. I've never been speechless before on this podcast.
I'm a gold digger.
So
You think I care?
No, I don't. I know you don't care. We've talked about
I
this.
am.
You're going to say this.
I am a gold. And let me tell you why. This is the thing too. Well, actually, no, I ain't gonna go there.
Wait, go
I
there.
have gold myself. And I would
Mm.
hope that the man that chooses me is also a gold digger. I would hope that he's mining for something valuable and not something that gives way under pressure, not something that's weak, not something that's a dud. Don't come over here looking for a dud. That's not me. And the same way that I'm not looking for a dud, I hope my husband's not looking for a dud.
So I'm talking about the term.
Now look how delusional she sounds. What man is going to want to marry women like this? Now, maybe 40 years ago, she could have got a husband like that. 40 years ago. Before the age of information, she probably got a husband of high value, probably, right? But now, not anymore, right? Nobody's going to wife her. That at least on the high levels. Because she wears it on her shoulder, her sleeve, and nigga can see her coming a mile away. Yeah, smash her, though, because she getting smashed. Don't get it twisted, nigga. She getting smashed. But then niggas is like, fuck that. They won't commit to her. That's why she's single right now.
That has the negative stigma of the women who only go after men with money and they don't have their own gold themselves.
Okay, well, I'm not that.
Then
I'm not that. But I just hate the whole like freaking term to me is stupid. Like, why? Do you know how hard it is to mine gold? There's this show on TV where there's like actual gold miners, right? And they go like for years, for a year at a time, they're searching for this one place. They have to go through so much dirt.
Mhm.
That is a good woman. A good woman should be a gold digger where she has to get the equipment. She has to work crazy hard. She has to know proximity.
So her equipment is her makeup, right? Her BBLs, her fake ass lashes, fake ass everything, right? That's her equipment. That's what she's using to dig out gold. Bitch, ain't nothing extraordinary about you. What's extraordinary about that? We all want that common gold. Right? Everybody wants money. No, duh. But us men, we don't mind getting out the mud, though. We're not walking around looking for women. Hey, well, there's a small percentage of men that do that. Gigolos and shit like that. But majority, I'm speaking to 97% of the men, right? We don't go around looking like, let me get this money from this chick. Now, don't get this. Let me make this too. If there's an opportunity, they see a lame woman who's willing to give it out. There are a lot of men who are willing to take it. But that's very rare. But typically, men look for women. And money is not really a part of. Well, I would say that it's changing now. Because of this woman here, talking about she a gold digger, men are starting to now require women to have, bringing their own money to the table. My boy Jerk, Jerk is a 50-50 guy, which, there are a lot of guys pushing the 50-50 now envelope because they see that these women need to put a skin in the game, which is nothing wrong with that. Reciprocity is very intriguing, right? And if you find a woman who's, signing up for that, you are in a little bit better position as far as to financially reach your goals you want to get, like your retirement, your 401k, all this stuff. And it's just a better overall, way to get through this economy. But the only thing I am against 50-50 is for my lifestyle. Now, if I'm a one-man woman, monogamy, yeah, I'm 50-50 all day. If I'm a loyal motherfucker, I'm 50-50 all day. But me, I got a lot of women, so I can't do 50-50 because then that's true. That's giving up. Then they won't say they want to share power and shit. So yeah. But this woman here is the modern woman. This is what's out here. So you men who are married, don't lose your wives. Hopefully, hang on. And the single men, this is who you have to deal with. Because here's the sad part about this. The 2, 3s, and 4s know that the 5s and up are doing this, right? They know that they're selling themselves. So 2, 3s, and 4, the 1s, 2, 3s, and 4s want the same. They want faithfulness. They want loyalty. They want all these things. They want just what they want. What the bad bitch got.
Right? She has to know where could the gold possibly be at. And then she's got to go through the dirt. Sometimes you have to kiss a lot of frogs, not sleep with, but sometimes you have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. You got to go through all this dirt to find your gold. You got to invest in the equipment. You have to make sure that your equipment doesn't break down, which means you don't break down, which means, baby, get your in the gym, right? You've got to be willing to do the things that are going to set you apart.
I've been in the gym.
And so I feel like we as women should, number one, if you look at the women in the Bible, feminine women have something going for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the Ruths, when you look at the Esthers, when you look at the Sarahs, right? Not to say that they were perfect women because no one is, but when you look at Proverbs, that Proverbs 31 woman had the finest linen.
Oh yeah, she was a boss.
Respected in her community. Mm-hmm. She literally was up before the sun came up. She had something going for herself. And you think for 1 second that if it's that woman, I don't deserve gold? You sound crazy. Now that's delusion. Oh. I'll be a gold digger, and I think we need to change the term. Now, I think that what people entitle gold diggers as, those are just modern day entitled women to me.
Wait, say that again?
The gold digger that society labels, those are just modern day entitled women.
Oh.
So that's like, okay, they a dime a dozen. They usually surgery to the gods and they look beautiful and they have the label with no contents. None. That's what I think.
Child.
See that, and that's where she's delusional at. She thinks she's a better gold digger. She thinks she's better than other gold diggers. She think there's levels to gold digger. Well, there's those gold diggers, but I'm the better gold digger. So you get your gold digger, get me. I'm the best gold digger to find. Get the fuck out of here. All y'all in the same category. All you bitches expendable and laughable. Nothing extraordinary about you. Bad bitches are dime a dozen. Everywhere. Easy to find a bad bitch. I think that's like the easiest thing to find. You know? So there's nothing extraordinary about you. You're just another pair of shoes that might look better than some other pair of shoes. And you got a shelf life, right? She got a shelf life from 18 to motherfucking 40. Really 35, but 40, let's say 40, because she looked like she'll age well. 40, once you hit 40, it's over. You're on a downswing now. Yeah. So if you don't find a dude that's willing to deal with your ego and your gold digging ways and actually marry you, you're going to die alone. These women will die alone with all their riches, all their money in the bank account, because the thing about women, what they don't understand, money does not make them valuable. See, men, when we're economically successful, it makes us way more valuable. Because when men are economically successful, people around them get money. But when women are economically successful, Nobody gets money. They keep all the money for themselves. And that's just a fact of the matter.
I don't even know what to say. I don't have a rebuttal for that. Okay, moving on. Are
Was
we
that
complete-
bad? Was that bad?
No, it wasn't bad. I just you've never read. You rarely blow my mind. You say a lot of things that take me aback, but I've never been speechless.
Well,
I
I'll tell you
wasn't ready
that.
for that.
I'm a gold digger. I'm standing on it.
Well, next question.
Okay.
10 toes down. She said 10 toes down.
Are men actually protectors, or are they just
Yes.
emotionally unavailable providers? You said come with the heat.
Are men actually providers
No,
and protectors?
Are men actually protectors?
Yeah.
Or are they just emotionally unavailable providers?
I think a lot of men are emotionally unavailable providers.
Expand.
Because most men, this is the thing. See, women, we work so hard on ourselves because we've been taught that, right? So I feel like more women work on the emotional aspect of themselves than
Mhm.
men do. And the thing about men are they're either overly emotional because they were raised by a single mother, or they're not emotional because they were told, especially in our community, don't cry. What you doing all that crying for? You need to
Mhm.
be tough. Show me your muscles. And because they haven't had the chance to either be emotional, or they've by nature been taught to be too emotional,
Mhm.
that they don't really know how to emotionally connect in a way that's healthy and not toxic. So
Mm.
I feel like most men are emotionally unavailable because you can only go as deep as you've gone yourself, and most men don't go deep with themselves.
So speak to the men who are emotionally unavailable with women that they want to marry. Speak to them.
Let me tell you, when you emotionally open up to your woman that you want to be your wife,
Mhm.
the way that she unfolds is crazy. When you provide the safety, because this is the thing too, and this goes back to women, because pardon me, women need to stop weaponizing a man's vulnerability.
Yeah.
And I think that men now, through their experiences, have learned not to say anything, because I've learned that if I give you a little, you're going to disrespect me a lot.
Mm.
And we as women have to be careful with a man's heart,
Mhm.
because the truth is, it's hard being a man.
Mhm.
Like, imagine the responsibility.
Now you acting like she care. You a gold digger. So what caring are you sharing? As long as that bank account is right, that's my man. That's my man. As long as that bank account is right, she's right. As soon as the money goes, she goes. So she's a little bit unstable here, right? Through this, me listening to her speak. On one hand, she says a nigga got to be financially healthy to be with her, or to even get in the room with her. And on the other hand, she said you got to be careful with a man's heart. Would the truth be mad? You don't care nothing about his heart. You just want his money or his resources. And you want control and power over the relationship. And you want monogamy. And you don't want to pay no bills. And this is the type of women that claim that they're extraordinary. And it's very delusional mindset. And you know, hey, you're not finna fool nobody by trying to come out and say, oh, I'm a gold digger, then turn around and say, we got to give man respect. Nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. You're not. Women are liars. They lie all the time. They don't know what they want. Well, they know what they want, but it can change within seconds, minutes even. That's just the way women are. So, yeah, this is the type of woman you don't want to marry, for sure.
of providing for your entire household, having leadership, making all the decisions. I know just in business alone, I have decision fatigue. That's why when it gets to stupid things, sorry to say stupid, but when it gets to stupid things like, what do you want to eat? I don't know. You know, I want a good salad. I just need a good salad. Don't ask me any more questions about what I want to eat. I don't know. I'm paralyzed. Okay. Analysis paralysis.
And that's the moment I get rid of that bitch. The moment she say that, the moment she's dismissed. I give me a new pair of shoes.
I have thought too many times, and there's a real thing as decision fatigue.
Right.
And I don't think that women take.
That's a major red flag right there. If a woman, if you ask her, babe, what do you want to eat? And she says, I don't know, and don't ask me no more questions about what I want to eat. Bitch, I'm leaving up that table right there. I'm walking away. I mean, I don't know. She got some good coochie. I might stick around a little bit longer. I might like, damn. I'll make sure I didn't knock them boots down. Cause I'll probably put a time on it, right? If she got some super good coochie, I'll keep her around for 6 months to a year. And she did dumb shit like that, she'll go right over my head like that. Yeah, I don't know what I want to eat. All right. Well, I'll order for you then. But look, let's get us a salad, get us a steak, boom, 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 boom. Because I'm going to take these. All I'm focused on is getting her back to that bed and knocking them skins off. Blowing her back out that thing. And then send her on her way. And when I get tired of that, she's out. Because everything she does, see, here's the thing, right? I'm going to keep it real with you. Even though I might be just smashing her, everything she does during the time that we're seeing each other is impressionable, right? She could add value, and maybe she could start out as a smash and end up, if you see that, okay, she is very valuable, she has some good, qualities, right? Then you might want to keep her. But what women don't understand, they're being evaluated. Us men, we evaluate them. So she does stuff like that, like, oh, I don't know what I want to eat. And she does that, quite often. Those are just marks against her. So then pretty much we're saying back of my mind, when I'm tired of it, well, we'll break it off. We'll have her replacement ready, already attacked. Her replacement's already there, just you're not really giving her that much time because you like fucking her. You like fucking her more. And then when you get tired of that, then you bring the replacement in. You ship her out. You say, hey, it's been nice. Enjoy it while it lasts. We can be friends or enemies. I don't care. But you have a nice life. Bing. Block. You block that number. You block that number.
Take enough care of the man that's making all of the decisions. So I do think that men are emotionally unavailable, and I think that it has a lot to do with the women that they've experienced in the past. And I do think that when they make the decision to be more emotionally connected to their woman, it's next level. Game over.
So speak to the women who bash men for being vulnerable with their emotions with them.
They raggedy.
Where you at?
Where am I at? I want 3. Ladies. If a man opens up to you and chooses to be vulnerable with you, then that is an opportunity for you to show that man that he is safe with you. But if you're not ready for that type of man, go on out here, enjoy yourself a dating experience, stop looking for something real. But a man needs somewhere safe too. And if you're not willing to be that safe haven for him, girl, you don't have nothing coming. You don't have nothing coming. What do I look like expecting you to provide for me, to protect me, to make sure that I'm okay, to do all the decision making, to make sure that our home is at the home front and it's protected and it's safe and it's all of these different things. I'm respected. You're open and honest. What do I look like doing that? But I can't even be somewhere safe for you to come lay your head at night.
That's crazy.
What do I look like disrespecting you or making you feel like less of a man when the truth?
Welcome to the show. My boy, let me give him his proper intro. You know what I'm saying? Sophisticated jerk.
What's good, man? What's good? Hey,
Yo.
man, that intro that you had in the beginning, that was fire, man. You doing your thing. Shout out to you.
Yeah, just a little by little. I'm working on my females, get my females together. I got a couple females I'm gonna start bringing on the show.
Oh, okay, no doubt.
So we can get some pushback, some different perspective. But yeah, man, this bitch here, I'll smash her though. I'll put her in rotation. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You'll put her in the rotation?
I'll put her in rotation. See,
Okay.
Yeah, because when you got money, you do that, right? You do that.
How serious would you take her though?
I just told you I put her in rotation, meaning she'd just be a smash until I get tired of it.
Okay.
And once I get tired of the coochie, her replacement most likely is already in this. See, this is the thing about when you in this life, right? A woman's already looking to replace her off the top. You just put them on hold. You just kind of, because you might still smash them here and there, but you're not giving them the time that you give her because she might got that fire, right? She might got that brimstone fire ball. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, okay, I can't move her right now. She's not moving off that rock right now because, and when she do the dumb shit, she said, oh, if you ask me what do I want to eat, and I said, I don't know, that should go right up. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm like, okay, bitch, I eat in front of her and not order her nothing. I'm telling her that's how cold I would do it. I order my steak, my mashed potatoes, and my mac and cheese, nigga, and be like, you good? I wouldn't give a fuck if she starved or not. I don't care. She can start crying and leave. I don't care. And this is why I say it's different for the economic levels of men, right? Men with great means, and they're not married, they look at women as like shoes, right? We have no emotional ties to this woman. We do no emotional support. Bitch, if something's going wrong, you figure it out. Don't call me in the middle of the night talking about, no, I'm blocking you if you keep doing that, right? We don't do no quality time, right? Let's go to the park and let's hold hands and talk about life. No, we don't do that, right? We don't care about when you walk out that car or walk out that restaurant. We don't care if a bus run you over and kill you. We just be like, and somebody said that the girl just got hit by a bus, be like, oh shit. And we keep walking in the car like, damn. I hope they got I'm not covering them hospital bills. Fuck that bitch. Right? So this is how we look at these type of women. Right? We never take these women seriously. But we want coochie and we want the best. We want what you can buy. We want the best. How I want to say this. We want the best what our money can buy. So,
okay.
Right. If I got all this money, right, I'm not going to go get me an ugly bitch.
Here's what I gotta, because I understand what you're saying, and this is why I always have pushback for you.
Yeah.
Because I think a small percentage of guys could actually do that, like have that mindset with you where it's just like you could be cold with it. So I think you fit in that category. It's probably like 5% of guys that could detach emotion from that process. But I think most guys will simp up. Even if they try to act like they will portray that, they will end up falling in love and they start throwing that money out. So yeah, I think like you and certain, because I know people like that. They cold-blooded with it. Like you said, they like what they like and they have that process. But most guys, I seen that even attempt, they end up falling in love. And that's where these females be winning out.
Okay, so I would agree with you that most men do fall for these women. But most of these men who fall for these women are average earners, like middle class, that area, because a lot of their relationship or how they get to have access to these type of women are forged in workplaces, right? Or a networking type setting. And they can easily fall for the, because she's been professional and they take that as she's a good woman.
I don't know about that, man. Because like I said, I think it's a mindset thing. Like you said, so you have that where it's like you can walk away. But even, man, we see it playing out all the time, man. You see a lot of them celebrity dudes that end up wiping them out, wiping them up. They'll put incentives in the prenup, like, oh, if you stay with me for 5 years, I'll pay you $3 million. And them women be like divorcing them, taking half, disrespecting these dudes. So yeah, I just think it's a small percentage of men that can hold it down, that could tote that line.
No, I agree with you. There are men at the high levels who will marry a woman like J-Lo, right? Who's a hoe, right? She's a hoe, right?
Hey, you've been out here rhyming lately with your messages you've been putting out. I've been catching that, man. You out here rhyming. You like the new age Farrakhan out here and shit.
She's a hoe. Yeah. Just like Will married Jada Pinkett, right?
Yeah, facts.
Right? She was ran through before he married her. This is my take on every woman in the industry. Every woman in there, even Beyonce. She was at the Diddy parties, nigga. Every woman in the industry ran through. There's no way you can make it. It's no way you can make it as a star, much less a megastar, without being ran through, because everybody wants something for nothing, right? Or something for something. To get that deal, that record deal, you know what you gotta do. That's just the name of the game in that industry. There's nobody, oh, well, we're just gonna you're just so talented, we're just gonna move you right through. But not getting away from the point though is the problem. I don't have no problem with gold diggers. I really don't. You know why I don't have a problem with them, Sophisticated Jerk? And this is where you might be delusional at this part. The reason why I don't have a problem with gold diggers, I respect transparency. I'd rather know that this is what this is than to get with someone who tricked me, thinking that she played upon my emotions and she played upon, played a role of actress type, put her best, her representative forward, and then come to find out she didn't give a fuck about me at all. That to me is far more worse than dealing with a woman who is transparent. Look, I'm a gold digger. Okay, so now I have the option of if I'm fucking with her or I'm not, right? But I understand. We're not playing no games here. We're not playing no games. But when you get these women that play these games, and guys are delusional, and I believe this is the greatest delusion of men. Can we agree with this, Mr. Sophisticated Jerk? Does everybody use everybody?
I'll say to a certain degree.
No, ain't no certain degree. Yes or no?
To a certain degree.
No, yes or no?
I'll say yes.
Okay then. So if everybody uses every fucking body, what the fuck are we talking about tricking for? What the fuck are we talking about? Everybody, if you're married, listen, before you get married, you're courting and dating, you're buying this woman. Before you marry her, you're buying her. That's why you're taking out spend all that money on the dates. You spend all that money on your times in the park, whatever it is you're spending on, right? And you're paying with your money, your time, and your efforts. All this is a price. Time is valuable, money's valuable. Can we agree with that?
No, facts. But I think where people get it mixed up is, like you said, people do kind of use each other, but it should be a back and forth exchange, aka reciprocation. So it's like they should be doing some stuff for you too. You know what I'm saying? But let me attack one more thing, because what you said about the gold digger, if they were truly transparent, I could see what you're saying. But even with Sarah, because I was listening when you was playing the video,
Yeah.
she was trying to remix Gold Digger. She was trying to make it to some like equally yoked shit. Well, I got my stuff together, so I should be searching for this and this. So she was trying to put it in a frame it as like equally yoked since she had her shit together. It's like, so that alone is not even transparency when they trying to remix it, trying to make it where it's like easier to digest and shit. Because I mean, if it's transparent, they be coming out here like, hey, look, I want that bread. I'll do what you need in this capacity. And, you know, if you give me the money, then, you know, they're going to fall in line with order, like the terms y'all kind of address. But a lot of these chicks be, as soon as they get that money, they fucking with somebody on the side and shit. So that's what I'm saying. There ain't too much transparency.
Let's go back, see what she said.
Yeah, she did a remix. She tried to put it in a picture of like, well, I got my stuff together. So yeah, of course I'm going to be a gold digger.
So what she did was, let me give a better translation. What she did was said she's better at gold digger than the other gold diggers. That's all she said.
Yeah, because she's saying she brings a level of value that she already earned for herself since she put an investment in herself. So them other hoes ain't got shit. That's pretty much.
Yeah. Then she's
stepping on their neck.
Right. Then she's right because she's leveling that. But how is she quantifying that though? That's the question, right? So she's kind of right. She's not really remixing it. She's just saying what level gold digger she is, right? It's like she said the society standard of gold digger, and she's above that. She's a elite gold digger.
But no, she
go to the gym, right? Lashes. She said she invested in herself. Meaning she's looking the way she looked and acting the way she act to attract a certain type of man with great resources. That's what she said.
But I mean, no, definitely that's what she said. But I like what you said. She falls in the same bucket because it'll be different if she came out and she was like, you know what, I got my bread and I'm willing to spend that for the household and my man. Then she could separate herself from the pack. But it's like, shit, like you said, if your money's your money, but all that stuff don't matter because you fall in the same bucket of all the bad chicks that's like got the same mindset. If you ain't willing to, you know, break bread with your man and shit. So you one of many at that point.
So yeah, so I had did the show on this a few days ago. Sarah Fontenot she's the worst type. Okay, so you got level gold diggers, right? Every woman's a gold digger to a degree. Some extreme, some are, you know, fairly fair about what they're, you know, what they want from their provider, right? And she's the one she's the one you will see. She's not the one you'll see at a rap concert, right? You're not going to see her at the rap concert. You're not going to see her at the football, basketball games, right? Chasing athletes, none of that. She's the one, right, that wants to be chased by guys like me, right, who have a lot of money and resources. But she wants a lot of also social equity. So she puts herself in a space to where she probably wants a motherfucker like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what she's trying to put the fishnet out for, right? That's who she's looking to. It. She's not looking to a digger like me, right? Because I don't maybe not have the social equity. But a nigga like Jordan or fucking you know, Tiger Woods, somebody like that, if they was to pull up on her, she will fall in line like a cheesecake on an onion basketball court. She will be having them legs wide open and letting them niggas do whatever they want to do to her. But
sexually, yeah, but
yeah,
there's a reason why she ain't got no man by now, because she's a. Oh, go ahead.
No, because the men that she wants are taken, or they see, and this is something we have to understand. White girls play the game better. White girls play the game better, right? Right? Because white girls know how to disguise their attacks. They know how to make it look like they're going to play the wife role before the wife. Black women and Latina, they're just straightforward. Oh, I want the bag. Oh, I want my man. This is, and they're that cost themselves a lot of money. Women who talk like her cost themselves a lot of high value men.
Oh yeah, no, facts. That's what it is. Cause think about it, man. You got like a Samla Hayek,
Yeah.
Beyonce, who's the one that just married Nelly, Ashanti. All got bread, you know, good physiques. But they landed the guy with the status and stuff. So that's where you got to start questioning some of these females. Cause like you said, she ain't ugly. But it's just like, why isn't that translating into a guy that, so either it's the preferences or the personality or the attitude that ain't linking up. And them guys ain't, you know, they can spot it quick and they out of there. So like you said, they gonna beat it up, but ain't nobody gonna wipe that up.
Also, we're in the age of information.
Yeah, you could Google these mugs now.
Now you got the YouTube. So men mentalities are changing, are way more advanced than they used to be, right? She probably, if she came out in the 80s or 90s, she'd have got wiped up already by one of these dudes.
Oh yeah. Those like you said, happy wife, happy life dudes. They would have been like, fuck it. Like,
yeah. Now that men have the information on these gold diggers, these women, these type of women here, they're not wifing them. They're not. They're finding it way more easier and have a more value of slotting women and dealing with them accordingly. That's why they don't have a problem with paying this bitch here for that and pay them to go away. We pay them so we don't have to be involved. We don't. Be honest with you, I think the future, if men want, average men want kids and legacy, they should save up amount of money so they can pay a woman to have their baby and tell her to leave after the baby's born, and you know what I mean, and have your mom and them and you raise the kid. I think
you said do the Michael Jackson, huh? like,
yeah.
like get you a surrogate and be like, nah, I think, man, I used to say that too. I'd be like, look, man, with some of these ones that's out here, you want to protect yourself, you got some bread, you better go on and get you a surrogate from India and stop playing.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's because there's no value in marriage no more. That's losing value daily. Right? Daily. People are men are looking at marriage as not a valuable option anymore. Women don't want to get married anymore because they want to get married, but they don't want to get married anytime soon. They want to get married when they're like 45, 46, 50 even, right? Because they want to live their best life. You know, they Coke bottle body, they want to get ran through. They want to get ran through, and they want niggas to spend on them and throw money on them, and they're happy with that. Women now want the queen treatment without the commitment. That's what they want now. And so you men who are married, don't lose your wife, whatever you do. Because if you step out here right now in this motherfucking jungle, for real, I'm not even.
It's a rap, huh?
Yeah, and for your wife too, she needs to stay with you too, jerk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just speaking of men. The women need to stay with you too, because if she steps out there, she's going to step into the jungle too. Because these niggas out here getting smarter by the day. Even the young dudes are getting smarter about these type of women. And young men are mentality like, I'm just gonna run through them. Fuck them. And the women out here, I just want money and I don't want commitment. So let's just say a nigga divorced right now. This is the worst time to get divorced for either party. Because you will get used with no appreciation. See, married people use each other with appreciation.
Okay, I can agree with that.
We men don't mind being used, as long as there's appreciation behind it. Right?
No, that's a fact. Some appreciation and gratitude.
Right,
you know,
right. So wrong. So wrong. We, even though it doesn't equal the value of all the money we spent, no. But it's very satisfying when you can come home and your wife ain't complaining about every motherfucking thing, and she's greeting you with a smile, a hug and kiss, and even acting sexy for you sometimes. You know, it wouldn't even be bad if she put a stripper pole in the room. You know what I mean? When you get home and she just swinging on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, right? It wouldn't be bad, right? All men really want from their wives, especially from their wives, or a woman in a long commitment with, is appreciation for just and we don't have to hear, oh, thank you for spending money on. We don't even have to hear that. But just your actions speak louder than your words. And this is what men are not getting anymore. Day by day, men are not getting this way. That's why women are parachuting out these relationships and these marriages, because they don't want to do it no more. They don't want to have to be there for him. They want to be more there for themselves, just like her. Right? They want to be like this woman here. And they see this woman here. And then there's this part of their delusion now, right? And she's telling them in so many ways that she's not happy. But in another way, then she's acting like she's happy. So the women who are watching this woman, who are being corrupted by this type of woman, they're selling their marriages short. That's why 1 million people get divorced a year. 1 million people get divorced every year. That's a fucking high number.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
It's only 365 days in a year. So that's doubles the amount of days in a year. So the reason why the divorces are so high like that is because mostly we know who's leading the charge, because the women don't want to be extraordinary for the nigga they love. They want to be extraordinary for themselves and their selfish ambitions. And this is where the movement of feminism is pushing them. Self-love, self-gratification. Now, with self-love and self-gratification, now women are what? Overvaluing themselves. They're saying, I'm worth this. Well, really, we know as men, bitch, you only worth this. You know what I'm saying? We know it, right? We know it. We know. See, one thing about us men, whether you want to call it name, oh, well, we spend money on them, we know what women are worth. She's worth to us what she could do for us in the realms of showing appreciation and being a team player.
Yeah, I think the issue with her though, man, because I know she caught a lot of flack because we reviewed the one where she was talking about I don't know if you've seen that clip with the $70,000 guy, and she was like pretty much like fuck that. And so I think she's trying to own up to the gold digger thing, but she should have, the analogy she used as far as like, well, I'm gonna keep digging and digging, and I'm like, man, for a female that's like attractive and you're around them guys, you shouldn't have to really dig that hard. You know what I'm saying? You should be in a position of attracting, because you know she got the looks and stuff. So it's just like, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't think she understands that she's kind of shining that light on herself, and she's talking too much, because it's just like at this point in one like clip, you're around these people. So it's like, man, you shouldn't really have to dig too hard. Why ain't you landing somebody?
Because
you know what I'm saying?
the problem with, and this is the problem with sexual liberation. And this is what the problem, right? Money corrupts. Power corrupts. It's done corrupted many men, right?
So what do you mean by like how did it corrupt females? Break that down.
Because now they're placing the value of themselves in monetary terms instead of psychological terms. So back in the day, a woman's value was getting married and being a servant to her husband. That was valuable. She was looked as and that's how they valued themselves, right? People with high regard to them, a lot of respect. But now that sexual liberation is pushing through and feminism is taking over, now women are valuing because they have access to making their own money and providing their own lifestyles, right? That then corrupted them in the sense, why I don't need to get my value from a man anymore, being with a man, when I can get value from being with my money. Women have picked a new husband. They have a new husband now. They have divorced men for money.
Okay. I agree with that. I agree with that breakdown.
Yeah. That's why you guys, as men, because you guys don't understand, well, don't leave with your wallet. This is not negotiable anymore. You do not.
I still think you could break that mold, man.
Not, but
you might not get the Sarah
You
But I,
not,
I think the way like I operate, man, because like I said, I understand your position. So I don't want to get it twisted with guys. Like if you're there, you're just like, look, you're clear with it. You're not lying to yourself about the transactional type thing, like you're stating, Ruthless. You're like, look, I just want to smack. I want to go home. I'm cool with that, but a lot of guys still lie to themselves because they're thinking like when they throw money at them, they can get them to love them, and that's where I'm like, it don't work like that. You either got to have your position, you got to have the understanding that they're not going to change their mindset when you throw the paper. They might comply for a little bit, but that's a short-term movement. Or like you got to go my way, where it's like you got to make them invest into the situation. To separate them from the pack. So there's only like 3 groups, you know.
let me take this walk with me, Jerk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you take this walk with me?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm asking you these questions. I just want you don't necessarily add context right there, but just answer them, and then I'm gonna lead it, right? What is the biggest part of a man's okay, so we have to a lot of our value has to be earned, correct?
No, correct. Yes.
And what is the major value of a man that everybody champions?
Definitely, like I'll say success, aka money. You know, that's one of the biggest visual ones.
That is the biggest one. Period. Right?
Well, traction is pretty high up there. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't want to accept that, but traction is high because these chicks will tell you like how they operate.
Okay. So once again, I'm asking you these questions, and I'm going to break it down to you. What's the number one thing that gives a man great value to society? I didn't say just women. I said to society.
Oh, to society. Okay, yeah, success and money. You know. Okay,
not looks, not attraction. You could be the most attractive nigga, but if you are successful and economically climaxed, people value you way more than the broke nigga. Be that broke nigga who look good, who has the looks, right? Who's getting, you are valued more. Now, in high school, your looks should carry you. You know what I'm saying? In high school, your looks should carry you. But when you turn past 18, nigga, your looks no longer are going to be able to carry you to the place where you're getting a woman like her, right? Or a woman that you see desirable, that you want your family and friends to respect. Yeah, it can always get you the hoes, right? But to be respectable and get something you want, you got to be economically efficient or better. To obtain a woman of integrity.
Yeah, but see, it goes 2 ways from that because I get what you're saying. So like Sarah, yes, you got to do that because they're looking for, they're takers. But there's also a group of women where I think guys get it confused where it's like, say if they put themselves in a good category, they just want somebody that, is financially savvy, that got their stuff together. So it's not like they're looking at it from a place of like, I want to use this man, but it's like, hey, I do want somebody that's kind of on a similar path that I am, equally yoked. So, cause that's how I am, I'm not messing with no broke chicks. So, I mean.
Okay. So what I'm saying to you is, I'm trying to take this walk with you. So let me kind of make a statement. 85% of a man's value in society is based on his economic success, period.
No, facts. Yeah, I'm with you. I just want to break it down a little bit while we going on that walk.
Right. But the walk is breaking itself down, right? So now, here's the argument that you guys present. Don't leave with your wallet. How the fuck do you not leave with your wallet when 85% of your value is from your economic success? Meaning, when people look at you, whether men or women, right? The first thing they look at and evaluate you, men or women, right? They evaluate you is, do you got your shit together?
Yeah, so leading with your wallet is more or less like.
No. Listen, what I'm here. No. I understand what you're saying. I know. I'm just giving you the delusional of this argument, right?
No. I'm gonna break it down because I'm gonna tell you why it seems delusional, but it's not.
I know what it means. I know what it means to leave with your wallet with you guys' ideology. But what I'm saying is, now let's take it to women. Now I'm asking you some questions about the women and then you'll see why your argument falls short. When a woman is searching for a man, and I'm not just talking about some dick, right? Or a suitable partner on her pie chart, what is one of the most valuable things that guy has to have?
He's got to be successful.
Okay, this is in her mind already. This is before she meets him. Let me remind you. This is before she meets him. This is when she's a little girl. This is when she's going through high school, college, right? She's formulating this mindset already. Oh, my man needs to be a provider. That's one of the main. That's probably up on the high of her list, right? The high end part. Can we agree with that?
Yeah, I think it's up there. But I think a lot of people, man, if you get married young, you don't have the money like that.
No,
so that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just okay. You're not hearing what I'm saying. But the point, I'm not saying women don't gamble, invest in guys, right? I'm not saying that, right? That's why some women say you need to have ambition. You need to be ambitious, right? Because we're gonna have that's another conversation. But what I'm saying is because women looking for providers, right? And let's do the math. Can we do the math? If women look for providers and a man's value largely comes from economic success, right? This means 90% of any relationship to get off the ground and be healthy. Let me remind you. Let me preface that. Healthy, not just fucking in a situationship. Oh, this old dumb shit we doing, right? But to be healthy, the number one, the foundation, and I'm not saying this is the best way, Jerk. I'm not saying
I know you're not.
But I'm telling you of how the math is mathing. If a woman looking for a provider and a man's values off his economic success, that means there has to be a great amount of or some sort of amount of resources to cultivate a healthy relationship. So that means you have the woman's already looking for the money. So whether you leave with your wallet or not, whether you leave with your personality, right? Let's say you don't leave with your wallet to your argument, right? Let's take your argument. Let's say you leave with your personality and your swag, right? You don't think she's waiting to see, okay, what type of economic success has this man attained within the 3 months that you're dating her? You don't think she's waiting to see that? That she's already in her mind is, okay, I need to see, for me to make this commitment or me to continue on with this guy, I need to see if he's capable or have capable potential to get to where we need to get to. You don't think women think about this shit?
I mean, they think about a lot of shit.
I'm talking about that particularly.
I mean, they can, but they actions show different. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, because I get what you're saying, man. But hold on, let me break it down a little bit. You know who has the most kids when you look at like classes? The broke motherfuckers, which means they're fucking. That's what I'm saying. So in their mind, do they want this shit? Yeah, but their actions show that they will fuck multiple prototypes of men. So when we're telling people like, don't leave with your money, it's like you could exhibit success. So I'll tell anybody like, yeah, you could look like money, but you don't have to give this shit out. Okay, so if a chick is actually attracted to you, she gonna get on board and you ain't got to spend that bread. So that's where I be telling guys. So I think people get it confused when we say don't lead with money. It's just like, hey, don't try to buy your way into love. That's not gonna happen. Okay, she fucks with you, she's gonna fuck with you. But so I get what you're saying.
So let me add a new member to the show. Welcome to the show with my boy.
Oh, baby, please. I'm down on my knees. I need you back in my life, baby.
Yeah.
What's good, Truth? What's good, Truth?
What's good, Sophisticated?
Yeah.
How you been, brother?
We know.
Hey, I had to transform, like you said at the bottom. I saw some evil over here posted up. It's time to go to work, bro.
Oh, baby, please. I'm down on my knees. I need you back in my life, baby.
That's my boy before you
That's
keep
right.
hey,
Let's go. Let's go. That's
well, let's go to let's catch him up to jerk on this beautiful lady here. Okay, let's let her again because he's new to the show, and we're gonna get his take on it.
Challenging to get an extraordinary
Because
woman.
women believe in hypergamy.
Why do average men believe that they deserve extraordinary women? Why do average women believe they deserve extraordinary men?
It's delusion, darling. It's delusion.
Well, the funny part is an average woman can get an extraordinary man. And an average man,
Can't
it's much
get it
more challenging to get an extraordinary
because
woman
women believe in hypergamy.
Yes.
They want something greater.
at their level or higher.
Right.
Absolutely. And most times that is the case. If you're beautiful,
Mhm,
if you've done the best with your genetic potential.
mhm.
Now, if that's not the case, you're delusional too, because beauty is a part of being high value.
Mm.
It just is what it is, especially for a man. But I look, we can call out the elephant in the room. It is harder for a man to get a beautiful woman when he's not doing well in his bank account than it
Mhm.
is for a man that is doing better in his bank account. It's
Mhm.
just the truth. But it's
Child.
because women are seeking safety and security. So instead of getting mad about that, instead of that being the case, do better or be okay dating within your realm. And it's so funny because men will say, I don't need the money. The money doesn't matter what a woman brings, but men aren't going to date an ugly woman.
Mm-mm-mm. So
Universally
basically,
unattractive, those are the measurement. They're like, you can't measure that, but that is the measurement.
so you're saying that a man can be short, pot-bellied, bald, but if he has more than a
Pause
million
it for a
bank account,
minute.
he can
He
get a
gonna have a
beautiful.
baddie. And she's gonna act like she loves him too. She's gonna do the most. She's gonna be like,
Ruthless.
oh, that's
Pause
my
it.
man, my man.
What's up, Daddy?
As long as
Hey.
that bank account is right.
Ruthless.
Hey, Ruthless.
Not your show, man. You gotta
God
be
damn, what you about? Did you sleep over there, nigga?
You asleep?
no, because I wanted to get that part in before I paused it. Right?
Oh,
Wake
That's
your old
what
ass up.
That little part where she said he can be short, fat, pot belly. She go, that's my boo. Now what
For
you
the
got?
for the short term, that's what I said.
Hey, Joy, why you laugh? And check it out. Now, before I give it the truth, because I know he wants to comment on this. The men who are doing all the things the other way, they're getting left too. So what are we talking about, right? There's a 1 million divorces a year. That means everybody's getting left. No matter whether you lay with your wallet or you lay with your emotions or you lay with your integrity, women are loving themselves and saying, fuck this journey, I'm out. Go ahead, Truth. Let's see what the truth got the truth, unless it's a lie.
that's right. Let's go. Let's go. Let me open up this vest real quick. Okay, there we go. The S is showing right quick. There we go. So my good brother, one of the finest gentlemen that I've got the pleasure to know on here is right above me. Good sir, how long you been married?
For over 20 years.
Over 20 years. Okay. And 20 years prior to you guys being married, were you endowed with all this money and law and all the wealth and everything that you have now?
Not at all. I was a reformed homosexual.
Okay. So as we see the things that these women are talking
What did you just say again?
let me finish what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
hear what he said, Jerk. What'd you say you want to do?
I said I was a reformed homosexual. I was sleeping on some couches. I was broke as shit.
That's a fact. There we go. So so the first thing where we are going wrong at, we are here watching a show full of women talking. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why renowned men, masculine men, men of means, men of character, anything is going to listen to anything a woman has to say. That's number one. Number two, we all know for people that amount mass is grown usually inside of marriage. Real money. We're not talking about the little bull crap money that you could throw on the stage at the strip club or when you splurge on when you tricking. We're talking about real money that lasts for a long time, where somebody got a year's worth of money that they can, let's say they fall into something bad, they can take off for work for a whole year and all their bills and lifestyle still will be carried on how they live. And I'm not talking about people that's out here scamming and doing a whole bunch of goofy stuff. We're talking about hardworking men that go out here and work hard every day, that provide a living. These guys get with their wives early, they marry them, and then they build a mass. And if you follow here with guys such as Sophisticated Jerk, all the successful, decent men, they all follow this same format, and it always work, and they always continue to go on through their marriage. Now, guys that come and marry these type of women that are worried about money, and then you want to try to perform to her ideas and ideology inside of her head of what she wants. You want to fold and simp to what she want you to do with your own money and make her life feel good and make what she want done just to get between her legs. That's a you problem. And eventually this woman is, yeah, I'll marry you because I know I'm going to be put on your insurance policy. When your tail die, then I'll collect that. Then I'll move on to the next man. I know you're going to provide me with another level of lifestyle where I can get these purses and everything and look good to attract another man for when I get tired of you. This is all the game. So the problem is we're out of whack, we're inverted, and the game is all flipped. The women are running the game because the men are soft now and adhering to how women want things done. Now men are going to go out here and work and become men that they supposed to be, and then they will attract a certain type of woman that is beautiful inside and out, and ain't a dirt bucket, don't have a whole bunch of disease, and don't have a whole bunch of niggas putting dicks in them. Used up coochie. You feel me?
Okay, so please, all right.
My man, hold on. Let's give my man a pause real quick. He was cooking.
No. So no. I'm saying, I'm not going to say this right. Listen, Truth, and that's why I like Truth a lot. We bump heads a lot, and we still do, and we always will. But he stands on his piece. He never changes up. I like that. But this is what I do want to say, and I like Jerk because Jerk, even though Jerk's a little delusional, he sometimes, but Jerk stands on his P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? He's a tight ass. He's not going to pay for shit. So I mean, it's what it is, right? So, right, I at least you guys are standing 10 toes down on who you are as persons, right? And that's what I respect about you guys. If I didn't like you, you wouldn't come on my show. I don't give a fuck, right? I'll let you guys stay in the back. But notice that and women are not putting up on my show with any form thinking they finna do anything. I wish Hush Hun would come over here. She sit that back for 3 years. So now I get to the point. First point Truth made was, why are we listening to women? If you see the title of my show, it's Gold Diggers That Think They Are Extraordinary. LOL. And I'm using her as an example of her delusional mindset. Because of course this bitch ain't extraordinary. Bitch, you a gold digger. Of course. Look at you, just like every other bitch out there that wants money. You ain't nothing special about you. Yeah. But when I take you out to dinner and smash, you motherfucking right. Because shit, I want that's between your legs. It's a fair exchange, no robbery. She wants money and be with a fine nigga like me. Okay. And I want what's between her legs. And we're gonna make this happen. Now, the second point, right? When we're talking about finding a woman who's good inside and out. Listen, right? Every relationship has problems. It just comes with the game, right? You look with someone who you can be compatible with, so y'all can conflict resolution through the bad time. Sacrifice, compromise, concessions, all that shit, right? For any marriage or relationship to last. And this is a fact. Now, when it comes to women divorcing men, which is a very high number, largely this is because women are opting out of being valuable with a man. They believe they can achieve this value on their own without having to fully commit to a man in the ways where they have to listen to him. What you wear, can't go out with girls, stuff like that. So this is just a movement going on here that's happening. Now, the last part he said about how many dicks in her, man, come on, that's idiotic. Because women never gonna tell the truth about their body count. You can't prove it. You can't prove it. She's gonna tell you, right? Average when we know women lie about their body count. But men are so delusional when she tell them, oh, my body counts 2 or 3. Oh, yeah, perfect. But you don't know if she got a train ran through her in college. You don't know that because you weren't there. But you're going to take her word at it, but it's still questionable. So body count doesn't matter because you don't know if she's telling you the truth or not. And to conclude this, I really don't care about body count, right? I don't ask no woman, what's your body count? Because why would I set myself up to be lied to? That's number one. 2, I believe a woman, everything she does with me from the day one until we get into whether we get into some sort of relationship or that we're dealing with each other on a sexual level, as long as we're good together, as long as we get along, I pretty much don't give a fuck about her past, right? And that's where I stand on that. I don't like when men say, oh, I'm trying to get a girl who don't have a bunch of dicks with her. But we do see that the educated women who got low body counts are divorcing motherfuckers too. Right? They're leaving motherfuckers too because they just leave. Michelle Obama complained about Barack Obama, and I'm sure her body count's very low, right? Because she has a low body count doesn't mean she's going to be a tolerable woman. Doesn't mean she's going to be a team player. Doesn't mean that she's not going to leave your ass. That's what it doesn't guarantee. And I landed.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jerk.
Hey, Jerk.
Yeah, so I think the issue is because, like you said, there's no guarantees, but what you do is you want to mitigate risk. So when you maneuver a certain way, kind of like what Truth was saying, it's just like, if you're sitting there, you're infatuated and it's always just beauty and you don't require anything from females, then yeah, you're going to bring in just anybody and you're going to get wiped out. And then it's just like the reason behind asking questions. Can people lie to you? Yeah. But you ask them anyways, because over the stint of the time, a liar is going to slip up. They're going to start exposing how they maneuver and stuff. And it's not going to line up to what they say. And you're going to start catching them into the lies and stuff. So that's why everything needs to be a process. So you ask the tough questions up front. Then you got to monitor how that person maneuvers and stuff. And I think that's the issue most guys have. And then they don't require anything. They're just like, hey, show up, be pretty, and I'll throw my money at you. Instead of like, hey, nah, you need to build in this situation. Here's how we're going to maneuver. If you're not on board with that, run. And if you require things for females, you'll be shocked at the ones that's gold diggers. They're going to weed themselves out the process early.
Mm-hmm.
They out the door. Because I did this when I was young. I'm like, look, I'm about saving money, investing for the future. I don't be out here spending money like that because I'm trying to build. I let them know off the jump. I set them expectations. So the ones that was like, nah, I'm up out of here. And I was cool with them walking. I messed with the ones that was there for the right reasons. And that's why I never had issues. And I replicated what my cousin had because he had the same process. He'd been married about 30 years. So what Truth was saying, it's a solid thing. There ain't no guarantees, but when you maneuver a certain way, man, you'll be all right. If they jump off, then guess what? If you have somebody that kind of build with you, y'all go y'all separate ways. It's like, hey, we could split this up because we both contributed to this process, and you're not taking a heavy hit like that. So that's all I gotta say right now. I'll toss it to you, Truth.
So,
Yeah.
so video. I'm gonna play this video.
Hold up. Let me get.
I'll let you go first. You guys heard that? I'll let you go first. Then I went. Then Jerk went. Now I'm gonna play this video, and then you can comment after that.
Okay.
This is the thing too. Those men, now I'm referring to the men that have no character and look like that with the money, right? Those men usually run those women into the ground. They are disrespectful. They are abusive, either emotionally or physically. They are rude. They aren't compassionate because they don't feel like they have to. It's like, I bought you. Anything that I buy is mine.
So
I don't have to respect you.
So in turn, women who marry for money, are they selling their souls to be provided for in a way that they know they can't provide for themselves?
Women who marry for money are truly and deeply unhappy inside of their marriage.
Say it.
Women,
Why?
women that marry for money because money is not enough to make you happy. Now, this is what I believe, and I believe in being financially secure, right? As a woman, If you are marrying for money, you're operating from need instead of want. You're operating from a space of I have to instead of I get to. And anytime that you're operating from I have to, it feels obligatory. When you feel like you're obligated to something, it doesn't feel good. It just doesn't, right? Like how many, 80% of people aren't even working in the studies that in the field that they studied in, and they hate their jobs. So now my job is to lay down, to get sweat on, to be, smile in front of all your friends. Yeah, I have all these nice bags, but bags don't keep you warm at night. And we as humans are seeking connectedness. And if you don't have that, you can't possibly be happy. And if you're not happy, what's it for? Money is not enough. And I do think, because I do talk a lot from the standpoint of how important money is, that people think that that's enough. It's not. The problem is you got to make the money to know that it's not enough.
Yeah. Sarah's not a gold digger, y'all.
Oh no. Actually, I am. I am a gold digger.
Wait, what?
I said it.
Wait.
Would you like me to expand?
Yes, please, because I'm getting hot. Wait a minute. I wasn't ready for that.
I am a gold digger. 10,000%. I would never mine for a rock. I would never in my life mine for a rock. I would never in my life invest the way that I've invested in the equipment that I need, aka myself.
So we see how she contradicted herself all in one breath.
Huh?
She contradicted herself all in one breath. First, she was talking about all the things. Then she said, "I'm not a gold digger." Then she says, "Well, I am." So she got tired of living that lie.
Exactly. Long enough, and this was Jerk was saying. Long enough, when certain questions accumulate, and as they talk, they're going to. Women have this propensity to let you know who they are. They wear their emotions and who they are on their shoulders. They're not hard to figure out. It's just majority of men are not intelligent. They're not educated. They have low IQs. And on top of that, they're not trying to figure out, am I dealing with a Jezebel, succubus, or siren? Because they're not looking for longevity. They don't give a damn about her character. They, like you said, we're talking about men such as Ruthless. They don't care about her character. They just want the box. So they're not worried about trying to figure out whether she's bad, but when they talk about that she's bad. Well, how about figuring out whether this is a terrible woman first? So get your mind out of lust and say, okay, let me see what type of woman this is. Is this a woman that wants my money, or this a woman that actually likes me? Majority of the women I deal with, they like who I am. They like the way I look. They like my mannerisms, the way I speak, my character, how I carry myself. They know if they with me, they protect it. They know ain't no foolishness gonna go awry. They know I'm good to women, elders, children. I'm a protector of those who can't fight for themselves. They know I am a devout man of Adonai. They know I'm fully submitted to God in word and deed. So those type of things attract me to women. That's why majority of the time, if I see a woman, I want her, I get her. And it has never been hard. Very rarely have I ever been rejected. And those type of things are certain traits about yourself when you carry yourself as a man that certain women, we're talking about CEOs, people of companies and all these type of things, all that, not women of the hood. You attract all plethora of women because all women love that type of man. They love to be consumed and everything. That's the type of man that actually turned them on when you want to get the box. That's the one that's the one they like so much you ain't got to lend no money. You'll let her know I ain't giving you no money. She cool with that. Okay, that's cool. Just make sure you come over here, excuse my language, and fuck me good. That's what they worried about. They ain't worried about the dollars. And they're going to keep calling you, not to go out, but so they can get fucked good. They're going to have the guy that want to spend money, the simp, the lame. Yeah, take me out to dinner. And I'll holler at you later. And they're going to be calling her on the phone, wondering where she at, trying to come pick her up. And guess where she at? Just like Sophisticated Jerk said, in my 20s, 13 years ago, I was the guy sweating her daggone makeup and hair out while another guy was calling her the one with the so-called money, and I pocket my money for myself. I was selfish that way. I want my money so I can look good, so I can smell good, so I can do what I want to do. I didn't have to give women money to get what I want. And I was running through them, all types of them, all races, whatever I wanted. And it's still like that to this day, except I have a different responsibility to guard myself and my family and my last name. I understand what it means to be a man, so I don't live that way no more. But as far as getting women, I still get whatever I want. And thankfully, I was able to acquire, once again, a woman of stature that everybody loves her credibility. Everybody loves who she is. Everybody knows that she's not a hoe. And she's beautiful inside and out. So I got the trifecta. And that's when you're patient and you actually make yourself a suitable and viable option, then you will acquire this said individual.
So
Bad enough is, and I'm gonna land with this. Bad enough is, I wish I would have handled it like Sophisticated did, and be right now at 41 years old with a 20-year marriage if I would have did it the right way. And that's because he was focused on building, not getting tail. And that way, I wasted time and resources on the wrong things instead of stacking all the way up. And that's why that man is way more successful than I am. I'm trying to get there where he's at.
So Sophisticated Jerk got lucky. So anyway, right?
Ruthless be hating.
No,
Shout out to
yeah,
Ruthless.
you know he a hater.
I'm
He
just
called that
saying,
luck. He called that luck, not intelligence, not hard work,
no,
not
he got lucky.
not
Let me say
what's
this.
that? That's luck.
Let me say this, right?
No, how is it luck if he didn't get locked
If
up?
you give me a chance to talk, you just
Okay,
look,
explain that to me.
I let you go uninterrupted, right? And
Oh,
you
yes, sir.
This thing
Yes,
about
sir.
truth, right? Once you get on this little, you let him go uninterrupted. He feel like everything you say, he got to interact every three words, right?
I learned it from you.
No, but I was just made a joke. I was just made a joke, and then you get all serious. I'm saying I'm not. Listen, we cannot contradict ourselves in the same show. We can't say there's no guarantees and then say there's a guarantee, right? You can't do that, right? That is
Who said that?
you just said that. Well, if you do these things, right?
I said guarantee.
Yeah, pretty much.
He didn't say guarantee. He said that's like
Exactly.
the preferred
No,
method.
Listen.
Exactly.
Listen, he said, if you do these things, you attract a woman who's beautiful inside and out. I wish I would have took Jerk's approach and did it like that the first time, but now I'm doing it like this. Meaning he's basically saying, this is guaranteed to get you something for life, right? Pretty much what you're saying.
No, that's it. We men
So
don't say pretty much in this thing.
Let me
We
finish
don't
this.
assume.
Let me say this. If you would have said, I hope I got a woman who's going to stand 10 toes down.
Why would I hope if I have
Because we can't agree that people can change over time. It's a potential is there.
we have
Jerk,
3 men?
hold on. Jerk made
Okay, go ahead. Let me know when I can talk.
Jerk, me and Jerk came to this, and we do agree on this. It's probability. That's all it's all about. That's it. We're going with, and I agree with you guys on this. We're going with the most probable situation that has the best chance. Meaning there's still a small chance it might not work, but this is the best chance. Meaning we're not setting any guarantees. What we are saying is this seems like it may be more productive, right? So that's all I'm saying, right? And I'm just trying to make sure we're not selling dreams on this channel, right? And I'm not saying you are, Truth, but what I'm saying is there are men who've done it the right way and got crushed. There's men who've done it the wrong way and had success. There's men who've done it the wrong way and got crushed. And there's men who've done it the right way and made it, right? So we have a bit of balance of failure and success within our community. We can't say there is one size that fits all. Every woman ain't your woman. Every woman don't have the mindset of your woman. Your woman is your woman, your person. But that don't mean the other 20 million women are going to think like her, are going to be like her. Right? Different strokes for different folks. And we see Sarah here, right here, that's why I put this video up here, is a woman who is delusional. And she's a representative. She represents a large number of women out here who goes around, you know, thinking that, oh, as long as I'm, got my bag and my man has the bag, we can be happy. But then she turns around and said money doesn't make you happy. So she's a walking contradiction. This is why I put this woman on here. This is why I put this woman on here to show the instability in her patterns of how she thinks.
But see, Ruthless, just look at this breakdown, and she's only in a 1 hour interview and she can't keep her thoughts together.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So look how easily we caught this and we've been breaking it down.
But it's different for the bag, right? Okay, there's different between right now she's already where she's at. She's already at the finish line as far as where she wants to be economically. So she doesn't feel she needs to put on a show anymore. She's just doing it for shock value and hoping she get a lot of followers and views. It's all about clout, right? So of course she's saying it. But 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, she wouldn't have said that because she was still on her way up, and she was hoping on her way up that she can get with somebody who can help her get all the way up, right? So she kept on her best, I guess her representative. But now she's where she's at. Shit, fuck it. I'm a gold digger. I'm a bad bitch, but she got money already. She's worth over millions right now. So that's why she's doing that, right? So what that is saying is what she's saying is, I'm at this level and I can talk like this. And to your point, why is she saying she contradicts herself throughout this? Because she's tired of living a lie, Dirk. She's been living a lie so long, and she realized that she's successful already. She's already got it. Okay, I'm a gold digger. And I'll be honest with you. I like this about her.
No, I mean, I agree with you. The fact that she said it, because that's what I was saying. I agree with her stance when she was talking about the 70,000 guy, because I was like, hey, man, a lot of people view it wrong. Because I was like, what she was saying in that video clip, I'm like, nah, a lot of times you should, if you're successful, you should kind of align with somebody that got a similar mindset. But I was like, I pointed out, I was like, you can hear what she's talking about. She kind of just wants somebody to kind of fund her lifestyle. So I'm glad now she's finally admitted it, because that's the pushback I gave her. I was like, man, just own up to the shit. So I think she was listening to the jerk. I was like, hey, man, what you're saying don't line up to like this good female and stuff. Just say you want the bag, man. Just that's all people gotta do.
But here's the part where she's frustrated, and this is why she's not wiped up. This is why she doesn't have a man for real, right? What if a woman want a nigga to fund her lifestyle? She got to be willing to be slotted.
You said she got to be willing to what? What was that?
Be slotted, meaning you're just your number.
Oh
right?
yeah, nah.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember, she said, if a guy, remember earlier when she said that, oh yeah, men like this dog walk these women. He said, I don't have to be this or that for you because I bought you. So I don't owe you respect. I don't owe you none of this shit. Right? Now, she's the type of woman that's not going to go for that. So she's trying to find a guy who's going to be all up there and then acquiesce to her at the same time. This is why nobody wants her as far as wife material or girlfriend material, because if rich men, if they're paying for a woman, bitch, you get slotted, and your best thing you can do is shut the fuck up and open the legs.
Yeah, her issue, man, females like that, because like she's successful and pretty, like you were saying, and she's got some celebrity kind of status now. She wants all that too. So she wants the successful, attractive guy.
You know why?
Got celebrity status.
You know why?
And like you said, that guy, he's got pull. You got to be slotted at that point. So This is a cope for her. Her kind of trying to explain this stuff. She's coping with the fact that she ain't gonna get that.
And this is her greatest illusion, because she thinks because she's at the level she's at, she's extraordinary. From a woman's lens, she feels she's extraordinary. I got my education. I got my degree. I got my motherfucking bank account fat. I'm a bad bitch. I bought these lashes. I be in the gym. This ass is fat. This pussy fat. But to men, she's low value. See, the more a woman is of this type, For a rich man, she's very low value. She's less valuable. The woman who's like struggling, barely get her nails done, going to be a sex worker or whatever, she's more valuable to a rich man. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
She's more valuable because he can take this poor bitch, slot this bitch, slut her out, and get no pushback. This chick here, you try to slot her, she got a lot of pushback. She wants to go to your phone. She wants to know information. She wants to know the future. Like after 60 days, what are we gonna do? Are we dating intention and married? Or are you just dating me as a hoe? Right? She wants all this motherfucking, she wants everything up front. And she wants you to give it all your options. She don't want you to date nobody but her. She wants to be only motherfucking bitch. So she can take all your money for herself. And she don't want to share with nobody else. That's basically what she is. So she's very low value to high value men. And she doesn't understand that because she's delusional.
She understands it.
No, she doesn't.
Man, I'm telling you, with them,
Listen,
they
she
understand the dynamics. They think like they could talk this into existence.
Look.
That's why they be talking about manifestation and shit. So that's all she's trying to do is coping.
Listen,
This is almost like a therapy session.
if she understood it, right? If women understood this, particularly these type of women, they would be more valuable at get a job at Mickey D's or being a stripper.
Nah.
I'm serious. Listen, I'm at this level. I'm at this elite level. You're not at this level, so you get. Of course, you're looking at your mindset of men. First of all, you wouldn't even qualify for women like this. Number one, right? So you really don't understand this type of woman. You qualify for the women you got are, within the cross breeding, right? So if you guys was to not work out, you need to go find something close to her. Plus, you got to look at on the premise how you met your woman. You just confessed on the show that you were a product of being a homosexual. So you got lucky. You came up with a woman who probably had a lot of value in what you needed for your life at that time and was willing to accept you because she wanted other things. Yeah, she seen your potential. That's one. So she rolled the dice with you, right? Because you couldn't stay a homosexual and she'd be with you, continue to be with you. Let's
Man,
keep
it was
that.
a joke. I was in the military when I met my wife.
So military men ain't making no money. Military men
it wasn't.
poor. Military men are poor. Let's keep it real.
No, they are. Man, I told you we ain't have money like that. So I definitely I just have vision, man. But I was always fly. I was always one of the flyest dudes out there.
Yeah.
Game was phenomenal.
Right. So you trapped you. I mean, I could go that route too and get me. I can listen, if I just want to go get me a rich bitch or a bitch of let's say a lawyer, like let's say a public defender or somebody like that who's making $60K a year. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. I know how to dress in suits and ties and put myself in a position. I got the money. I got the motherfucking vehicles. I got the motherfucking swag. I got the motherfucking looks. I can go get a lawyer, bitch. Right? No problem. It take me a little time. I gotta go around I gotta do it the long way, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do it the long way, meaning I gotta talk to her and all that old shit. But I'm just saying, right? You can get a woman like that who, with me, it would be a little different for me because I got money. But let's just say I didn't have no money, right? Let's say I was making $50K a year. I could bag me $80K a year, bro, because I have looks and I have swag and my sex game is excellent, right? So I would be able to bag her. Yes, I've done it before. I just dumped him, right? But the point I'm making, not to get so much into me, my point is this. Sarah Fontenot does not understand how to win this game. I'm going to tell you why. If she understood, then she would get her a broke nigga. She would get her a broke man because then that nigga is going to be loyal. That nigga is going to do everything to please her. The way she looks, the way her lifestyle is, and she brings a guy who makes 50, 60K in and who's stable, he's going to be that man for her he would do everything pretty much she tell him to do. That would give her the greatest amount of success of a relationship and marriage potential than it would be to what she's looking for right now, right? Talking about she wants a man who's equal or make equal or more than her. Because that man is not going to take you, yeah, you're a bad bitch, but there are multiple bad bitches, and take you and bring you in his life to be questioned about his lifestyle that he had before he met you. This is why she doesn't understand. Because she's that type, right? She's going to be like, well, so what do you do? So what do you do on your free time, right? She's that type, and men of that level are not going to take that and deal with it in any means necessary. Why? Why would I do that? When I got 5 bad bitches over here, ain't questioning me about nothing. When I hit their phone, I'm pulling up. Pull up, daddy. Simple.
Yeah, we're fucking her up, because I agree with you saying and stuff, but because I mean, there's guys that's like, I say like attorneys, businessmen, you know, physicians that make good money and they're not millionaires. So she could even get somebody that's making good money, but she's just too money centric. And then her preferences and the attraction element, that's where she's stuck on. So it's like a combination of all of that she's having trouble with. And it's just like, man, you got to come off something. So she knows this, but in their mind, they're just like, the way that these females view it is just like, I'm not settling for anything less.
Right.
And they don't understand that they're not settling. It's like,
Right.
if you were like as high as you thought, you would already have it, because there's already prototypes of women that make a lot of money. Because I work with a lot of the CEOs, CFOs, you know, in my line of work, because I'm a high earner too.
Right.
You know, so it's just like I'm across these women and they're all fucking married. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. She's eventually got to like, well, she might be delusional now that I'm thinking about it.
And they most likely run their relationships.
Nah, man, don't nobody care about a lot of this stuff. Most people, man, I'm telling you, when you hit like a high level of people that both are high earners, think about it. One of the number one things that relationships are ruined about is finances. When you eliminate that, you ain't really got shit to worry about. You're just enjoying life. So I think, you know, that's where a lot of people get it mixed up.
So, see, here's the thing, right? Now you're being delusional. Because you say you see women at your job and you're thinking they're see, being married and being in a healthy marriage or happily married, those are whole two different conversations, baby. See, because you're not there, Chuck, to watch them day to days.
I mean, that's a fact, but that's with anybody.
Right.
Shit.
A lot of people are in bad marriages. 90% of people in bad marriages are unhealthy marriages. People have different reasons for staying married. Men, because it's cheaper to keep her. Women, family, prestigious, right? It's easier. You know what I mean? They just don't want to start over. Some of them are just too older. They're too much of an age and like don't really want to feel confident to be getting back out there. But here's the deal. Here's the point I'm making. Happy wife, happy life is a very real ideology. And I believe if you're married to any woman past 3 years, you happy wife in it, happy life in it. It's just no way. And I'm not saying that this is a weak man. This is not a shot to you. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is because women are so volatile and so weak and so easily offended, the man quickly figures out that all the time with this woman he invested, all the things he's been through, he's not going to too much find out better than her. So he figures in his mind, how do I make this last? Because we're logical, right? Men, not saying we're not emotional, but we lean on logic a lot more. And the logic will tell us, shit, all I got to do is say, yes, lie to her, tell her when she fat, she look good, right? We can figure that out real quick. As long as we tell her what she wants to hear, we keep our marriage intact, our family intact. Boom, keep it pushing. I get the good pussy. I get to, every now and then have a good conversation. And we're cool with that. Feel me? This is why we don't divorce like that. Because we'll say, okay, baby, down on it up. Okay. No problem. Because we know how to avoid conflict. When we understand that avoiding conflict gives us a greater chance for our marriage or our relationship to keep going. You have to agree with that, right?
That's a negative. Let me break it down why. Because it's funny, man. Like, I was in the military. I was also like a mercenary for like a few years too. Then, I've been in leadership roles on a corporate side. And I always have people that always come to me, kind of ask me to like sort through some of the issues that they might have in their life. And I'm telling you, man, a lot of the single guys that around me, they jump through way more hurdles and shit. They end up doing way more in relationships than a lot of married dudes, man. Because I think if people are in I'll say a good marriage, as far as like they're putting their family first in that dynamic, I don't know if they're happy or not. You can't even measure this shit, so I don't even go in that realm. But they tend to understand the sacrifice. Where, like, I got one friend, he literally was spending like a crazy amount of money on dates, and I was like, dude, me and my wife was cracking up because he knows my wife too, and we're talking, and we're like, shit, we don't even do all that on a regular basis, and we go out to eat, quite a bit and stuff. So we were just, I'm telling you, these dudes that date nowadays is doing way more. They're jumping to way more hurdles. You talk about happy wife, happy life. Them dudes is doing the most out here.
No. Yeah, but that's because of the evolution of women. This is not, see, back in the day, you got away with it. You didn't have to. Women were more. They were still hypergamous. They would still want men with, money and stuff. But back, I'll say 25, 30 years ago, women were, still had a little bit of, I'm going to find somebody who's handsome, who I want to look at every day, wake up. They were a little bit more negotiable. That's what I'm saying, right? Now, this has changed. I'm telling you, this shit has changed so much. Right?
No, Ruthless, I definitely understand. I agree with you too. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
For the men to date these women, right? Now, the demand and the expectations are up front now. There's no more, oh, wherever you take me, I'm happy. It's, if you do these things, you're getting blocked. You know what I'm saying? Or you're getting, she's ghosting you, right? You cannot deal with these women if they're, number one, if they're attractive. They're very attractive. You have to present to them that you're the best available suitor, right? So you can't come in half-stepping because the options of men are willing to, jump over backwards for them. There's women who can get a man to cash out their money just for their existence. So how can you come in and say, oh, well, you know what? We're going to go to In-N-Out on our first date. She might accept that day. Okay. After the date's over, you haven't heard for her 2 weeks. She now you try to call, you make the phone call, and you're going to voicemail. One ring in the voicemail, you've been blocked. Or you're calling and texting, she's just not returning or not, right? She's not even, because she already knew that you're not the best suitor. So this is, women control the dating market now. They got a stranglehold on it. Because you have a lot of men who don't have options, right? Majority of men don't have options at a lot of pussy. To get to, I would say, to lead to marriage or lead to, a commitment. Most men don't have that, whether they're good looking or not. Most women have a million options, right? Good looking to ugly to decent earners to high earners. So that's the parity is light years apart, right? Women have multiple options. She done friends on 10 niggas who are cash apping her money for her phone bill, her rent, this, just to have a conversation with her on the phone. And you, right? You barely get a date a week. So you cannot say, right? Oh, well, these men are going through a lot of, and equivalent that to back in your day, sophisticated jerk, when women were a little bit more, they were a little bit more patient, right? They played the long game. Now these women are playing the short game. And that's the difference between then, 20, 30 years ago, to now. That's why when they come to you like, I got to do all this thing, because it's a different time. Women are different now. You know why they're different, Jerk?
What's something that give you butterflies?
Money. Money gives me butterflies.
This is the modern woman. This is the modern woman.
Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming. And the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office.
And that's the reality of how women think. They're delusional. And a lot of men think, like you, Jerk, think because they got lucky, got them a woman who was negotiated well with them. And granted, I agree with you. You had a lot of things going for yourself far in the looks department, the swag department, the dressing department, the potential department. You had a lot of potential because you're coming out of the military, but you had a plan, right? And you got lucky and found a woman who is willing to gamble with you.
But see, Ruthless, like, man, you got a lot of knowledge though. And how many guys have you pulled to the side? It's like, hey, man, you need to do this, man. You need to get your wardrobe game up. You need to do this, and the motherfuckers still won't listen. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I know so many guys that don't want to put in the work. Because one of my boys, he came up to me recently. He was struggling dating, and I'm like, he was saying pretty much the same thing. I was like, dude, come to the gym with me real quick. We went to the gym. You know how many like young cats was in there? I know they ain't got no money. They broke. All nationalities, because I live on the East Coast where it's diverse. Right. Man, almost every young cat that was in there, nerdy cats too. There was a group of them because I be talking to them and I came up and introduced them. All of them had chicks in there with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you put yourself at the bottom of shit, guess what? You're going to get bottom tier results. But if you build up, you're going to be all right, man. All these chicks ain't getting cash apps.
Thank you, Jerk. Thank you, Jerk. Thank you for making my point.
Nah, that was your damn point. Your point was defeatist.
No. You just helped me make my point. I'm saying is, you told a man he was struggling, right? He came to you for help. And what did you do? What help did you offer him?
I showed him the realities. Like, hey, you're out here struggling because you're lazy. Like, so get your ass in here, put this work in, upgrade your shit, because women they are attracted to people too.
Okay, and go to for one was gym, right? After that, clothes, wardrobe, right?
His mentality, because it goes with it. A lot of people got weak mentality. They got a defeatist mindset, lack of confidence.
No. Listen, majority of men will always have lack of confidence. I don't know.
That's the issue.
I don't. No, that's not the issue. You're missing. No, it's not the issue, Jerk. You're not getting it.
So Ruthless, how are some young dudes that are just building themselves up able to pull and they got confidence?
Okay,
that's what I'm saying, man. That's where you gotta sometimes you gotta compare yourself to others.
See, and this is where us men make the big mistake in these conversations. We project and don't protect.
My man rhyming again.
Yeah, we project on other men, but we don't protect other men.
Nah, see, protecting is like giving you the truth against it.
Oh, no. Let me give it to you. No.
It's giving you the truth. It is showing you the reason. I showed them the realities. Like, hey, you could be in this boat over here, or you could be over here like struggling and whining.
Walk with me, Jerk. Walk with me. Let's marinate on that for a minute. Niggas project, but they don't protect. Let's walk with this. What do I mean by that?
Protect what? Their emotions?
This is where context matters.
These motherfuckers want hugs and shit? Is that what we talking about?
This is where context matters. You got to listen to the context. Meaning, what I mean is project how we got results. We said, hey, you do this like me, and you'll get these results. That's projecting, right? But we're not protecting. And I'm going to tell you why we're not protecting. Because through our projecting, we are missing the fact that there's women like Sarah out here, right? Majority of women are like beautiful and like her, right? These women are scouring the earth. So the same nigga that, right, you projected that, hey man, you want a bitch, you want to be a bad bitch, or you want this, then this is what you gotta do, right? Be like me, go to gym, get this, but you ain't protecting him from a woman like Sarah though, right? Because you failed to prep him on what happens if you run into a bitch like this, who, yeah, she might be attracted to you, but she wants a lot of other things from you, right? And now he gets to, now because he listened to you, and now he's attracting this type of woman. Is he attracting a good woman, or is he attracting a gold digger? Right? So now he's unprotected out here. Thank you, thanks to Jerk, my buddy. Right? Better. I've been to the gym. I dropped 15 pounds. I'm ripped, a little bit more shredded. You know what I'm saying? My abs are cackling. You know what I'm saying?
He's a fool, man.
I'm in the motherfucking game, right? I'm in the motherfucking game. But the game you set him up though for the kill. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because he would never have your mentality, no matter how he dressed or how he go to the gym. And no, pretty much these type of men are not capable of dealing with a woman like this in full capacity.
But see, you ain't got to go for the woman like that. That's the key, man. Why y'all so? That's what I'm saying. Y'all have an infatuation for these type of chicks.
You didn't protect him, Jerk.
Now I'm gonna tell you why. You almost done?
Almost done. Give me a few minutes. Let me tell you why you didn't protect him. You didn't protect him. You told him to get better for her. But you didn't know.
I say for her.
Yes, you did.
No,
not necessarily Sarah, right? I'm just using her as a, know what I mean? But you told him to get better to get her or women, which you unprotected him. See, he was protected in his old self, because now if a woman really wanted to get with him, she got to like that nigga, for that nigga can't dress, the nigga out of shape. So a chick get with him, she's really genuine interested in him. But now that you're telling him to do all these things to attract superficial women, right? Because all this is about superficiality now, right? You know, get the gym, get this, get the back, your gear. As soon as you walk out, now you put him out there unprotected, because now who is he attracting now? The superficial bitches. Oh, you look good. Oh, look at this clothes. Are those Tommy Hilfigers? Are those? Oh man, me, right? She's a superficial bitch off the top. So now you didn't protect him, because if you'd have protected him, you would have told him, look, you just got to stay patient, stay true to who you are, and be you. And the woman that's truly interested in you is going to come. It's just going to be a little longer. You're not.
Nigga, what's that? A Disney movie?
No, it's real life. It's reality. It's reality. If he's dusty, he looks body out of shape, he gonna attract a woman kind of like him. And that's what he needs to have a proficient relationship. That's just the reality of it. You gotta tell him,
be yourself.
You can't have no bad bitch. I tell homies this all the time. You don't qualify for a bad bitch.
No, I agree with that. But I'm just saying, like, look, when you start building yourself up and you start like putting in work, you start getting outside of your comfort zone, and you start branching out, confidence comes with that, the mindset.
And you set yourself up for fucking
negative. Because when you have confidence, you're not going to be infatuated like everybody else. So like when you see a Sarah and you sit there, you have a conversation, you like I told y'all before, it's like, hey, here's how I operate. Get on board or get off. You can be like, oh, well, I don't really do that. Most guys buy. You ain't scared to walk by. So that's why I'm saying the mindset comes when you start building yourself for the right reasons. You ain't sitting out here. You ain't infatuated by everybody. You'll kick a broad to the curb if she ain't operating the way she needs to operate. So it's protection within itself. But see, most people don't want to build. They want to take the shortcuts, AKA spending the bread.
You told him to get ready for the wrong reasons.
Nah, because I mean, first of all, he ain't gonna start attracting nobody. You gotta put work in, so that's long term within itself.
The point is, though, all that work he's putting in is for the wrong reasons.
Not necessarily.
Oh, very necessarily. Let me tell you why. Because you told him, you want your bitch? Get to the gym. What are you working for this bitch for? She most people don't understand, but you might get a fucked up bitch. So you can do all this work to get a potential divorce.
But why do most men stay within bad situations? Because it's a fear of like, I can't pull nothing else.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like you eliminate that fear, and that requires you to work on yourself. It requires you to get your mind right.
That's not why.
Requires you to get some game. You won't have that fear.
That's not why. That's not why.
And that's how you leverage your situation.
A lot of men stay in relationships that are, we would say, toxic because they're dedicated to the making it work. Because see, love don't grow on trees. That's what you guys got to understand. Love don't grow on trees. It is just boom. I just love this woman, and all of a sudden I can just unlove her because she fucked up. That's un-motherfucking realistic thinking. That's just not how it goes.
But think about what you said. If somebody's sitting there and they stuck in a toxic situation, a guy, that means there's some deep issues with him where he can't walk away from that, because you should never be disrespected or get a bad level of treatment. And that's what I'm saying. That's the issue with a lot of men.
No.
And it circles back to they feel like they can't find nothing better, no better treatment, whatever.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Listen, let me give it. I'm gonna put myself on a line here, right? I was in a 4-year relationship, okay? Now, me, you didn't have to train me how to be confident and fresh and all that. You know that. I had a bad bitch. This woman, her name was Nelly, right? She was in the top 2 percentile of beauty, body, everything, right?
What nationality?
Latina.
Oh, okay. I knew it was something around there. You said Nelly, so
yeah.
Hey, paint the picture, nigga. Don't be all like leaving out the details.
So, how I got her? She had a boyfriend when I met her, right?
Keep it official. Did you throw some salt in this game? Was you like, hey man, that nigga don't deserve you? Was you hating on him?
No, I'm the master of reverse psychology. Right? I told her, I'm going to help you make it through this relationship. And I broke it down to her because she was complaining about what he wasn't. And I told her, either you got to work it out or you got to leave him, because you can't turn an apple into an orange. This was my game, and it worked beautifully. She said, look.
So you was in the friend zone? You friend zoned her? You was Dr. Phil in the coochie?
No, well, I wasn't necessarily, but I was always talking about pussy, how I'm going to fuck it up, how I'm going to penetrate her, I'm going to fuck her in the ass, all that shit. So I always kept that conversation in our conversation throughout the course of our conversation. So I never truly was in a friend zone. I was just an option if she got rid of him. You get what I'm saying? See, I know how not to put myself. I won't let women put me in the friend zone. I dictate that, and that how I do that through conversation. I make sure I'm after this pussy. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? I never ever just want to listen to her day and how it went. I want to know, is that coochie hot? So that's how I keep myself. So if she gonna say, hey, I ain't fuck with you no more because I got a man and I'm not looking for that, I'm keep it pushing, right?
So what type of advice was you giving there?
I would tell her, I'm gonna help you. I told her, I'm gonna help you work through your relationship. I'm gonna make, and she gave me a number. I just tell her, she's like, he's this. I'm like, well, you gotta accept that. You gotta be down for him. Relationships aren't easy. You gotta go through the good times and the bad times. You can't just quit. That's what I used to tell her. Literally, we was like this for a year, right? And then one day we never talked on the phone. This was text. I always talked to her in person, but she never called me. We never text. I always had a number, but I would just come up to her job and talk to her and give her more advice about how to be a better woman to her man, all this shit. I never dirty matched, right? Because I knew that she was my bitch already. See what I'm saying? I already knew she was my bitch the day I met her. But I reverse psychology it. I'm going to help you make it. And we did this for a year. One day out the blue, I was in the bed. She called me. And I knew that coochie was all fucking mine. And then next thing you know, a month later, we're together. And we went out. And he was calling her phone. He was blowing her phone up. And then she told me to drop off home. She gave him a call, telling him it's a wrap. And then we went out again. He called again, and she had the phone to me, and I answered. I said, "It's over." So I said that story to say this: I'm the guy that you don't want around your woman. Although, if you my homeboy, like, let's say I fuck with you, jerk, I would not touch a woman if she was off limits. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you, off limits, right? But if I don't know you and never met you, and your woman's out in that water, oh yeah. I know how to take your woman. All I gotta do is say, yeah, I know you don't like it. Y'all argue about dumb things. All I gotta do is point out the negative stuff and tell her how to deal with it. And she's gonna confide in me as somebody valuable, which is very valuable to her. And she's gonna start growing to me and leave you. I am the master of manipulation. I got game upon game. I just don't use it anymore because I don't want to, right? I just want pussy now. I don't want.
But see, that ain't game, man.
That's game. Oh hell yeah,
that ain't no game.
That's game to take your woman and make her think I'm more valuable than you is manipulation. That's game. That's game. Average man ain't got that. Average person can't do that.
No, I know some dudes that could wear them down, but I'm just saying, like, the game is actually it goes beyond that. Like, if you truly had a game, your chick would shut that shit down from the rip. She'd be like, man, look, I got a man, get the fuck up out of here. And then the second thing is just, when you play the long game like that, man, that's why I'm saying, like, there's levels of confidence. So I'm not gonna say like you don't got confidence, but a dude on that top tier game, he's gonna be like, look, I'm feeling you, because like I said, you don't know if people have a man or not. So you would just approach him. She'd be like, hey, I got a man. I'm like, hey, look, I'm sorry. You'll back off that and you just let it come to you. But you wouldn't be doing all a year of conversations.
Well, the difference in what I'm saying is there's different types of games. We are not monolith. Some guys play the long game, some guys play the short game.
But see, like, think about it a year. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I was going back to, where like your time could be utilized to be more productive and you could be improving. Because like I said, if I have a friend, he's doing this type of stuff. And I was just like, dude, look, the hour you spend talking to this motherfucker, you could be in the gym, like building up. And that's what I'm saying. So it's like men waste so much time giving out that type of energy. And it's like, man, you could put that hour into yourself in whatever way, and you could be attracting at that point when you ain't got to do all that shit.
You ain't got to equivalent that to me, though, because I'm already built. I'm already and then I'm fucking other bitches while I'm still had her on the line. I just wasn't being celibate.
Oh, so you was a greedy motherfucker then.
That's what I do. What do you mean? That's what I do. Okay. Just because I talk to a bitch, and I know she's my bitch in the long term, I'm fucking other bitches still. I'm not going to stop having sex with other women. Don't build me. I see. You got to put me in a different class than that guy, right? I have all my life, and I'll be honest with you, 10th grade on up, I've always had women chase me, approach me, period, right? I've always had, even when I was broke and didn't have shit, I play sports, right? Basketball, football, then when I went to college, basketball, right? So I'm always highly visible, and women will come after me. That's never, ever. Getting women has never, ever been a problem for me to get. So what I'm telling you is that, back to my 4-year relationship, the problem when we were together was she had a lot of baggage. Okay? And I just felt, and then I gave her the monogamy. I gave her the monogamous. I got rid of like 3 bitches for her because she was better than all of them, of course, looks wise. Because like I do agree with Sarah that for men, beauty is currency. I do agree with that. Beauty is currency for most men, right? There are some men who like other things, but majority of men like bad bitches, right? So I give her that. I got rid of 3 bitches who were probably better than her, but she was better than them. So, and then her coochie was good. On top of that, and then we had built a line of communication with each other for a year. So that was valuable. So I took her, right? But bottom line is I had to end up getting rid of her because her mindset of being insecure about who she was very unstable. And believe me, I don't like getting rid of bad bitch. I'm trying to tell you, especially with not this one, particularly this one, right? Because she's one of the best ones. Well, my Puerto Rican and hers is a tie, but she's one of the best ones I have, as far as looks, aesthetics wise. She's a top, right? And I didn't want to get rid of her, but I had to. So my point to you is this, and this is what I learned, Jerk. You can't set men up for failure. A lot of men set other men up for failure by telling them to do all these things, to be all these things to get a woman, but what they're signing up for is a very unstable creature and comes with a lot of baggage. So you doing all that exercising and dressing for them is worthless. It is. I dress for me. I exercise for me, not for no bitch. I don't listen right now. I'm not in the shape I was when I was in high school. I'm still decent. I'm for my age. I'm still, I still I do it for me. But I'm not like some of these other dudes, these younger dudes to me who are more cut. I get way more bitches than them. Because why? Because they lean on their aesthetics and I can out-talk them. Right?
No doubt. You want to build in multiple areas, but I mean, you gotta start from something. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I took them to the gym, and I was just like, I was showing them. I'm like, these little goofy kids right here. Because I mean, these wasn't the cool dudes, but these were the guys that were working on themselves, and they was like getting some results, and that's why I was showing them. I'm like, hey man, you gotta, instead of sitting around whining, like you gotta get busy with it,
Now, great, good point. Now I'm trying to get us to evolve from that. I'm trying to.
What do you mean? We evolve from what?
Evolve from trying to tell men to get ready for these women, because these women, the juice is not worth the squeeze for majority of them.
No, I get it, man. You can't do it directly for women, but it's just like
these women. Let me say, I'm gonna give back to you. These women are not worth you getting in shape for. These women are not worth you dressing nice for. They're not, because they are self-absorbed, self-centered. They lack appreciation. They lack self-awareness. They lack accountability. They lack the things to be a good wife or a good woman, right? You hear what Sarah Fuller said. She said, oh, the tools I use to get myself better. And what tools was that, bitch? Lashes, fake ass lashes she got on right there, right? BBLs, tits, ass. Women, instead of investing in their mindset of being good wives for their husband, they think their beauty is good enough to keep this man, sustain this man. And this is where they're not extraordinary, right? But in their mind, they're extraordinary because they're a bad bitch, or they're an attractive bitch with all this education and shit and all this money. And this is what men are getting and what they're getting. Because we can't sit here and say Tom Brady, Bill Gates, and all these dudes getting divorced, their wives are tripping on them and divorcing them. Or you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that these niggas are degenerates and that they just was out here shooting up the town and didn't know what the fuck they were doing. If a nigga like Tom Brady can get left, and I'm gonna say that I don't really look up to me, I don't. But when it comes to everything in society that a man of value can have, Tom Brady is at the elite status of any fucking man. You can't get better than that. You have to get lesser, but you can't get better than that, right? Leader of men, right? Not out here committing infidelity at the football games. He's texting. He's picking up his wife and kids. He's a family man. Everything she needed or wanted him to be. But that wasn't enough for her. If that nigga wife filed on him, I'm just saying, right? I don't give a fuck what kind of problems they had. That nigga he had status, everything, right? If that woman filed on him, you can imagine women to fall for a lot less reasons. So men need to stop telling men, well, you know, get in shape, get close for these bitches. Because these bitches ain't shit.
See, that's what you keep on.
These women do not deserve an in shape nigga. They do not deserve to be in the presence of a nigga that's dressed fly. I mean, to where we got to do that for them. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying to be a bum nigga, right? If you don't want to be a bum nigga, you know, I'm not saying, well, you need to be a bum nigga. What I'm saying is, if you are a nigga who's very bland and low charismatic, just very, be that. Do not improve for these women because they don't deserve that. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve men better themselves for them because they're not better. They're not a valuable product.
Yeah, so I like you said, you should do it directly for women, but we'll be stupid if we don't think like productive stuff could you know, kill two birds with one stone. So it's like, man, if you work out, I tell people, man, do it for like structure, discipline, and to boost your confidence. Cause like, man, when you feeling good about yourself, man, it should translate to like, I'm not tolerating nobody's shit. So that's why I say do it, but
So
it ain't gonna hurt you either when you stepping up to somebody and like you in shape and stuff. So yeah, things could have like multiple effects.
Here's the question of the show. Do you think it's better to buy pussy or to acquiesce to pussy?
You gotta give me a third option because either one's good. I think you could attract pussy, so that would be the third one. That would be the best category.
No, you still have to acquiesce to it to keep it. To
No, you ain't gotta ask what. No, you don't, man. I know that's the myth.
Yes, you do. Yes,
That
you do.
what might be what most guys end up doing, but
Every guy, because women are quick. Even
You
your marriage, right? And I'm taking a guess here. I'm taking a swing in the dark. Even in your marriage, you're the stable one. You're the one that sacrificed a lot of things to keep your marriage in good faith. I really believe that. I could be wrong. I ain't got you talking about, bitch, sit down, get over here. None of that, right? I got you not saying what you truly want to say, but saying it in a way that will keep our marriage intact. Because you know, if you say what you truly want to say, bitch, shut up. I'm not saying you think that. I'm just saying, right? If you want to say, bitch, just shut the fuck up and sit down, I'm ready. I just got off work. I ain't trying to hit this shit. You know that it would be over. So you say, oh, yeah, babe, what you got to say. Right? I'm not saying, right? I'm just saying, right? I'm just being an antagonist here, right? But when I
know, man, you know, I'll fuck with you.
We as men can't jump out there on them and really say what we fucking really mean because they're not built like that, and it triggers their emotions a lot more. They don't take it as, damn, I needed that. Let me straighten up. They look at it as like, oh, he's being misogynistic. Who you dare talk to me like, oh yeah, unless especially right, kids involved. A lot to lose, the house, everything, work built up. You have to pretty much cater to her little foolishness every now and then. And the ride just keeps going, right? Everything is just, that's the happy wife, happy life. And like I said, I'm not calling men weak for doing this. I'm not calling you weak. I'm calling it being strategical and smart to keep stability, to keep everything intact so your house don't burn down. It is a brilliant way to do it, but it's the only way to do it. Because why? Women are, if you be the true leader that you were in the military to your wife, if you project that onto her, she will leave you eventually. You can't walk into her and tell her, get up, make the bed up. Don't do this. Get it. How many times I got to tell you? Because feminism is going to creep into her mind. And then she's going to go tell her mama, her sister, her friends, you know, Jerk just told me this. And they're going to be like, girl, you better than that. You need to love yourself. He needs to value you more. He's treating you like a piece of meat. Now, she'll hang around for a little bit longer because she got feelings for you. Y'all got a lot of history. But eventually, she's gonna crack. And next thing you know, you're gonna wake up and the divorce papers gonna be right there on the Bible after she makes you breakfast. So my point to you, my point to you, Jerk, is I understand, right? I understand because I've been in monogamous relationships before, and I understand that there's a lot of shit I let slide that I wouldn't normally let the average man slide. Nigga said some shit like that, I'll beat his ass. But she said it, I had to let it go over here and then change the conversation or try to distract or something to keep the relationship going. I had to acquiesce to that because I learned from our history that if I do tell her things in a way that is leadership quality, she takes it as an attack on her, and she goes to her family and they said I'm treating her less than.
But all right, let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so you know, man, you shouldn't be like you what you were saying with the military style. It's like, man, if you got to come at somebody like that, that means you done married a unruly chick. So that's why it's important to get somebody that aligns with you more. But nah, if somebody crosses, like I'll say, some major boundaries, I mean, you have to have that tough talk. So I do agree with you. I think a lot of dudes do like skip over that tough talk. Because I be telling dudes all the time, I'm like, man, you got to address that. And they do be backing down. But that was something like, nah, I just address it. We have that conversation. And like you said, they might have that effect where they don't take it the right way. But that it goes back to that's where you got to be cool with, like, hey, you can be mad all you want to. You got the opportunity, the right to leave. But I'm not going to be getting walked over. Well, so as far as like everything, do I address everything? No, because I mean, you don't want to be petty either, where it's just like, we got to sit down and have a conversation about everything. So yeah, some shit you might let slide. I do that at my job. Like I got my employees, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to address everything. If we get this work done, I'm going to turn my head to a couple of things. So that naturally as humans, we're going to just do some stuff. But yeah, major stuff, hell no. We're going to sit down, we're going to address it. And like I told my wife when we got together, I was like, because my wife is a high earner too. I was like, hey, man, I want us both to excel because I don't never want to be in a position where somebody needs me. They can't leave. Like kind of like you were saying, because I do know a lot of people are in those dynamics where, you know, they would stick around because a female would be like, damn, I can't operate by myself. I made sure I was never in that dynamic. I want somebody to be like, look, any day you're not happy, you could maneuver, you could pay your bills. We're good. We'll chop this down the middle because we both contributed. So yeah, I set the stage like that where I never got caught in no dynamic, but it's rare. I can be honest, it's rare. So most guys,
but we do
happy wife, happy life. Hell yeah, I'll agree with you, but it's not all of them.
But you do still have to compromise and make concessions to keep the ship floating. You do have.
Yeah,
to.
I agree. You'll compromise and make some concessions, but I mean, if it's like petty shit and you're building, who gives a fuck about that?
Because. No, I'm just saying it. I'm not saying anything wrong with it, right? I'm not saying it's a slight.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, yeah, you shouldn't care about like petty stuff. Remember, if it's going to distract you from like hitting your goals and shit.
But remember, we tell men all the time, if it's stupid shit, like stupid fights, it's not lose respect you if you walk away, correct? Right? We tell them, hey man, it ain't worth it, right?
I mean, it's situational because it would just depend on what. Because, like, man, you could crack a joke and be like, hey, man, you wilding out. You know, if you got that dynamic where you got humor.
No. I'm talking about, let's say, amongst us men, right? We at the bar, right? This nigga drunk talking shit to your boy. Bitch ass, woo. Your boy want to fuck him up. Y'all say, because y'all know that jail, prison time, police, report, all that shit. You tell him, nigga, let's go. That ain't worth it. Fuck that fool. Right? Right?
It just depends how that dude, how crazy he get. He might get smashed on. You know?
You keep adding to it. I'm just saying, if you catch it early, right, that before it takes to a degree, you'll say. Now, of course, if you keep pressing, you gotta do what you gotta do. Feel me? I'm not.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just talking about as men, we tell other men, if you can walk away from the foolishness, that's respected, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Okay. So the same thing applies to the relationship. Because we can't go out here every time we feel disrespected and fight everybody, right? We can't go time and address every time somebody do something that we think that needs to be addressed. Some shit we got a lot of shit. I say 98.9% of shit we just gonna look the other way. Fuck that. I ain't got no time for that. Now if he pull up on me and do something, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But fuck this. I'm out of here. I got more important things, bigger fish to fry.
But see, this was a kind of a bad example because, you know, the guy at the bar, it's like you can walk away. You're probably never going to see this dude again.
Right.
You know, you got to take care of your kids. But when it comes to like I'll say a female in your household, you got to deal with that for longevity. So that's why you do got to address stuff. So that's why I'm saying.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is just everything. You agreed with me earlier, right? You said that you
on certain things, but I'm just saying, like, nah, you need to address it. I agree. Most people don't.
We already said major issues, right? You. What I'm saying is, we just can't address every small fucking thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah,
that's my point. That's my whole point about this, right? We can't fight over every small thing. We can't address every small thing. Some shit to avoid conflict, to avoid a bad day, maybe having a great day, and maybe in the past you try to address this, and it just got things awkward. When it comes up again, you kind of like, you know what? It ain't no big deal. Because men, this is what we're built to do. We built to only attack the things that affect us egregiously, or that's really too much for us to bear.
But Ruthless, to be fair, because I know you mentioned it, because I'm an ambitious guy and I'm kind of an asshole in real life sometimes. And when I get locked in and focused, man, I'm sometimes I'm a problem to deal with. And I know you said you're ambitious too. So what do we kind of have some traits that they got to compromise and deal with? So that's what I'm saying. Like it goes both ways.
No, but the difference is, for a lot of cases, women are beneficiaries of us. So they're paid to take our shit. That's the difference. This is why the complaints don't equal. And I'm not saying your case because you're a 50-50 guy, but in most cases, we say 98% of marriages and relationships, the men are the breadwinners. Women need to deal with our attitude sometimes that we don't feel it. They're paid to do that. They're paid to keep their legs closed. That's the name of the game. This is called reciprocation, right? I'm paying you. I'm providing this lifestyle for you. I'm helping you out in your endeavors. We're built as a team. That means all this I'm doing for you as well. I'm not saying that money's the only thing, but it also means you need to be able to put up with some of my shit too, because I'm putting up with your shit. But the difference between me and you, I'm paying you to put up with my shit. So you're getting compensated. In most cases, women are not compensating men for us to put up with their bullshit. That's the difference, right? That is the major fucking difference.
All right, Rufus, I got to roll out soon,
right,
man.
All right, but do you
great
agree
topic,
with that,
though.
right?
What was that?
Right? A woman gets paid to put up with our shit in most cases. Yes, they compensate. Niggas is paying the mortgages. Niggas is paying the house, the car notes, insurance, and most women are getting paid to put up with our shit. Correct?
I mean, it should be like that.
Right.
I'm telling you, a lot of them dudes paying all the bills, they be getting punked the most. I see the first.
But you understand what I'm saying, though? It makes sense. For men, we don't get paid to put up with their shit. Everything women do for us is free. It's free for you to put up with my bullshit. Come on now. It's free for you to deal with if I have multiple women. You're still getting compensated. You're benefiting.
Well, you stretch it out with the multiple.
No, I'm in that level, right? The difference is the woman is a beneficiary of my greatness.
Yeah,
okay?
I think like if you paying all them bills and you set the terms, it should go like that. But I just think I'll see it play out like that, man. Honestly, I think that's where men are delusional with it.
No. I know it don't play out like that.
Yeah. Okay.
We just named Tom Brady, right? Right? We just named Tom Brady. My point is, I'm giving you an argument for why women are supposed to put up with your shit, because they are to do that in 98.9% of all cases. So it is a difference in men, and we got to put up with this shit for free. We're not compensated, and guess what? We still don't divorce them for the most part. all we do is go supplement them. We go get maybe a side piece. Okay, I'll supplement this part from her, but I'm gonna keep my wife, keep her in a nice house, keep her in a nice car, keep her comfortable, and I'm gonna have my side piece, and we're gonna be chill. So the women can't complain if she's getting compensated for what, and she's lacking in the things that she's can't even do for free. She can't even be a good wife for free.
You said freedom, huh?
Hey, these women are in these dates, these relationships for free.
Yeah, nah. That's why I couldn't, man. The provider shit, that's wild to me because I'm like, dude, y'all taking an L with that. That's why I could never do that shit.
No, not taking an L. It's every woman's not your woman, sophisticated. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You keep projecting. Well, because you got lucky and found one woman who able to function in that.
Couldn't do it.
Some women can't function in 50-50.
Oh, they can function because everybody in the 50-50.
No.
Everybody's in it. They just, let me break it down to you. I'm gonna show you why.
Okay.
When they go to divorce court, they gonna get half, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the difference between me and these guys is I get to enjoy the relationship. I get the benefit of the contribution added. But if they go to divorce court, they getting half that shit. So they in the 50-50. They understand that 50-50 shit when it's time to part with some goods and some merchandise and shit. The money. So yeah, everybody in it. The provider guys that pay 100%, they just don't get the luxury of them contributing to that shit up front. But they giving up half that bread.
Well, I agree with you.
Yeah, so yeah, everybody in it. Everybody understand. Talk to a divorce attorney. They were like, hey, everyone that come in here, they asking for half.
But my
so
point
with me, I'm like, you're gonna put in half then, because I know female nature. I knew it since I was young. I'm like, okay, if I understand y'all gonna take half when you try to leave, you gonna put in half.
Yeah, but we got to agree, right? That in most cases, you keep going to your anecdotal, right?
We need to, Dave. We got to wake them up.
Most men don't have this option. Most women are not taking that option.
But that's when you don't. Say like I'm 50-50 right now.
Let me put a number.
And say I went out there and I was like, hey, y'all gotta operate like this, and they were like, no, I would never get married. So that's where guys got to step away from it. You don't acquiesce. And
men are getting married less. So that's
no, absolutely. And that's why I don't push marriage like that. I'm like, if they don't operate under your terms, don't get married. Like,
so what I'm saying is this though to you, before I let you go. Women, we just heard this woman up here boasting, saying with a loud motherfucking voice. She damn near yelled. She damn near yelled through the mic, right? I'm a gold digger.
Yeah, she was rocking it happily.
And she said it.
You about to get it tattooed on her forehead.
Right. She said it more than 15 times. She might as well tattoo it on her forehead. Right? This is the climate out here. These are especially bad bitches. So what we consider bad bitches, 7, 8, 9s, or dimes. So really a 7 is really a 10, right? Because they're getting the same attention pretty much. Now the bad bitches, they get a little bit more, but it's not too much of a difference, like 1% difference. So the 7, 8, 9s, and dimes, and even some of the 6s if she got a really banging ass body, oh, nigga, you might as well consider her a 10, right? Because she's getting a level of men that the bad bitch is getting. So the point I'm making is you have to understand, because women are so much more beautiful now, so much more attractive now, because you got Latinas Latinas run the country in beauty, period, right? Then you got really beautiful black women, really loud and beautiful black women. You cannot tell men to try to settle for what they're not attracted to. That's suicide. That is suicide, right? You can't. There was no way you can function in a relationship like that. So they're forced in a situation to either, because naturally they want to be with a woman, they don't want to be used. Because men, a lot of men don't like to be used. They're delusional. They don't like the upfront forwardness, like, nigga, I want your money. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that, right? They want to feel special, right? Most men want to feel special. They want the woman to take the money and make them feel special while they do it, right? But women aren't doing this no more. Women aren't doing that shit no more. They're just taking the money.
Why you say special like that?
We're delusional. Men are delusional.
No, we are. I do admit that.
We want to. We don't mind women giving. You know, we don't mind sharing our resources as long as she, like I told you earlier, as long as she's showing appreciation, making us feel special. Listen, I don't even know why women are taking this approach. I guess they just said, "Fuck it, we don't give a fuck," right? Because they stand a greater profit if they were to show appreciation, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. Shit,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But because their egos are saying, "Well, I don't have to. I'm not fuck niggas. I'm not going to give them that," right? They're not giving a fuck, and they're telling me straight up, "I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that." And they're telling you on the date. They're not playing the game no more, pretending anymore. They're like her. Like, I don't want to pay my bills. I hate paying bills. That's just when they say that, you know what that means? That's telling you that for you to be with me, you got to pay my bills.
Oh yeah, no, that shit. Yeah, they up front with it, which saves a lot of time.
Right.
I
So
be
if you're not
side chicks, huh?
right. So a guy like you would be out there, right? Scourge.
Oh, facts. ASAP.
You be hitting that motherfucking corner so fast.
I'm like, waiter, go on, let me go on and get the check. Hey, split this at half. Like,
Right. That's why you cannot. I promise you, the prison that you're in right now, stay in that motherfucker. Do not come out here.
a prison.
The institution that you're in right now, stay in that motherfucker. Do not think it's greener on the other side.
Oh no, man, I do. That's one thing I do agree with you, man, and I do like people sharing their experiences, man, because it is like I'm looking at it, I'm like, shit, these chicks are cold blooded out here, man. They for sale. That's what I'm saying. I used to be a mercenary, so I know the mindset. But these chicks make me look like I was I was working at like UNICEF. I'm like, damn, y'all this cold now. So yeah, I could see that too.
The Pookies and the Ray Rays ain't even the value they used to be anymore. They don't have the cachet with the women that they used to have. Remember the argument of Pookies and Ray Rays?
Yeah.
They have lost a lot of ground with these women now because women are prioritizing economic stability over feelings now. And the Pookies and Ray Rays are losing it a big time right. Because you know how I know? You know how I know?
Because you was a reformed Pookie back in the day?
No, because they all of them running to me now. They all running to me and they're telling me. I'm older guy, right? I'm like, these younger women, I was like, you got all these young. They said they're broke. They're telling me. They're telling me everything.
Damn.
I'm serious. They're telling me I don't want to be with them. They don't want to let them guys fuck on them for free anymore. They don't. Women are, these just young women coming in. They're letting these niggas know off top. And then there's a girl, my girl that I'm dealing with now. She got a friend. Her name is, I forgot her name, but she said she had 5 guys on the line and she don't give them no pussy. But they pay like little bills for her, little things they do. They send her money and stuff. And one guy didn't answer her call. She drove 52 miles to tell him, nigga, you better answer my phone when I call. I said, are you serious? She's like, yeah.
Yeah, you got Mike. You got to put the cam on them telling these stories. Yeah, you're gonna blow up.
I think I should do it. I think I should.
Yeah, you're gonna be the shit. You're gonna be the next fresh and fit out here. But you actually got some game and shit.
I'm smart at fresh fit. I'm not.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your shit would be authentic. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you'll blow up because
I respect their way, right? I do agree with some things. Some things
I don't respect none of that shit.
But the fresh and fit.
Yeah.
I respect it. He's right about the thing. He is right about women are hypergamous, that they date up. But they don't date up. They date down. That's what flip it. Men, we date up. Women, they date down. That's why
I agree with you. Yeah, that's where we need to start pushing, man. Like that's why I be getting irritated with a lot of this shit. I'm like, man, the mindset of dudes. That's why I be getting worked up. So, but hey, man, I do got to roll out, man.
All right, have a good night.
You gonna stream again later tonight? I might jump on if you're doing something.
I'm gonna do a live probably around 6:30, 7.
All right, man. You treating this YouTube shit like the block, man. I see you out here. You just be popping up.
Everybody for coming. Thank you, Jerk.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Man. And we out.
Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool. City lights shining so bright. Fine dining lights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.